step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune to my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
And man, oh man, is it going to be a feel-good breakfast show. Good morning and welcome to Expresso right here on SABC3. So good to see you guys again. Zoe Saluk,
Great
good to see you again.
Too. We're going to high-five it, and I think we're all still reeling from the sugar high from yesterday's birthday celebrations.
Loved it. Well, it's time for us to take a look at what's going to happen on your feel-good breakfast show today. Local entertainment news is going to be lit. We bring you all the details a little bit later on.
And then, of course, Earthfest is kicking off now in October. It's part of the Muizenberg Festival, of course. It's all about giving back to Mother Earth.
That's
unbelievable.
Right. We'll also take a look at what's trending, and you know what? They say that age is nothing but a number. It is so true, because a 90-year-old turns her quaint little village into an art gallery. Ooh. We'll tell you more later.
Looking forward to that. And then, of course, how can we not start off your Friday Eve with Polisicar? They are with us in studio today. They're going to be performing. You do not want to miss out on that.
We love them so much, but there's so much more to come on your Feel Good Breakfast show, so stay tuned, get a cup of coffee, get relaxed, because you're about to find out what's happening all around the country in terms of your temperatures.
Thank you, ladies, and a very good morning from my side as well on your Feel Good Thursday. Let's start it off with a look at your weather and temperatures. Now, according to the South African Weather Service, the severe thunderstorms with a risk of heavy downpour and strong gusty winds are expected in the Western and Northern Cape provinces. That's throughout the week up until Saturday, but temperatures are expected to warm up from Sunday onwards. De temperature vanoggend Polokwane begin op 15, dit styg na 27, Mbombela 16, 23, Pretoria begin op 14, dit styg na 22 grade met 'n paar donderstorms wat verwag kan word. Johannesburg 12-17, Mahikeng 13-22, Klerksdorp 11-17, Kimberley begin op 8 grade minimum en 'n maksimum van 19, Bloemfontein 5-18, Richards Bay 17 en 'n maksimum van 20, Pietermaritzburg 12 en 'n maksimum van 'n koel 14 met 'n paar buie wat verwag kan word. Durban starting off on a 16 with a maximum of 19, also with a couple of showers expected. Mthatha 9-15, East London 10-15, Cradock starting off on a cool 4 degrees minimum, staying cool with the maximum 16. Port Elizabeth 10-18, George 8-17, Sutherland cold this morning -1, staying cool with a maximum of 14 degrees. Cape Town on 9 minimum with a maximum of 17, Worcester 3-20, Springbok 4 and a maximum of 18, and Uppington starting off on 7 degrees minimum, warming up to 21 maximum. That's a wrap of your weather for the 6:30 bulletin. As always, we'll keep you updated throughout the course of the morning. I'm back with another update just after 7.
Well, let's take a first look at your traffic. We start off this morning in Gauteng, and we'll bring you a quick train update. Now, there's been cable theft on the Metro rail line between Roslyn and Madunsa, so commuters can expect a 40-minute delay this morning on trains to and from Ga-Rankuwa. That's where we leave that for now. And moving to the Western Cape in Athlone on the N2 inbound, there's been an accident after the Jan Smuts Drive exit. The left lane's been blocked. It's likely to cause heavy delays this morning. Well, that's where we leave your traffic for now. Another update coming your way in half an hour.
It can hit any time. Texa Allergy, available in tablets and syrup from Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare. Today for tomorrow.
Well, it's time for our first social media update of the morning, and today we are celebrating International Teachers' Day, World Teachers' Day, and we want to know from you, why do you think our teachers are so important to the development of our country? Let's see who kicked it off. Valdine says, I think teachers are just as important as real moms and dads, because our kids spend half a day with them at school, and they create a family connection. They are very important. Moeketsi says, well, the reason they're so important is because without our teachers, there is no career. Amber says, good morning. Some teachers are our role models and they teach us things we don't know. They are our future. Without teachers, what will become of the children? And then Venolia says, teachers are very important because they give us important information that is beneficial in terms of development. Without them, we gain nothing that is suitable for our minds. So it's so wonderful to see that everyone is coming out in support of teachers and recognizing the very valuable role they play. Keep those comments coming.
Thank you so much, Leanne. Well, now that your Thursday morning is officially underway, we're going to be taking a very quick break, recharge your coffee cup. When we come back, all the latest in terms of your entertainment news, local and international. One story in particular, Maps Maponyane, one of our favorites, goes behind the scenes of the Kingsman and a brilliant festival, Earthfest, plowing back into Mother Nature. That's coming up after the break.
Only you can make my day.
In jou gesig is 'n sterrestelsel. Ek is 'n kind wat na die sterre kyk. As jy jou hande in my hare vryf, in die donker voel ek weer lus, voel ek weer klein. As die storm weer begin son. Die berg brand en die boom omwaai. En as die vlamme aan my gordyne lek, dan skryf ek vir ons 'n nuwe plek. Want as hy weer kom, sal ek kom om te bly. Ek ken die skaamte en die kwesbaarheid. Ek onthou ons het hardop gebid. En ek onthou ons het in ons skoolklere gevry. So ek skryf maar vir ons 'n wegkruipplek. Want ek weer sal weer kom om te bly. Maar kom maar weer. Hierdie keer is ek gered. Ek sal 'n byl in my hand hê. Partykeer moet jy het so breek. Ek ken van in die hoek geskop word en gehaal. Jy teen die ruitstamp en ons sal bykraak. Ek skryf maar vir my 'n wegkruipplek. Daar's 'n berg uit pile wat brand in plaas van my verstand. Maar kom maar weer. Hierdie keer is ek gered. In my stelsel. Ek is 'n kind wat na die sterre kyk.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome to it. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3. Lovely to be hanging out with you so early on a Thursday morning. Nice and chilly one in the mother city, but that's okay. We'll keep things nice and steamy with your entertainment news. What's
Exactly.
happening?
Well, someone who's very steamy is our very own Kim Engelbrecht. How
We
gorgeous
love her,
is
we
she?
love her.
Now, she's one of the many local celebrities who are doing us proud overseas. The actress who recently started shooting in the hit US series The Flash seems to be having a great time abroad. So taking to Instagram, Kim shared several shots of herself exploring her temporary home, from sightseeing to art exhibits and just enjoying the views. Kim definitely seems like she's having the greatest of times out in Canada. So really,
Awesome,
really nice.
man. Well done, Kim.
Oh, she's so beautiful. Do you know I went to school with her?
Really?
Yes. She was 2 grades
Were you
ahead of me.
besties?
No, I was like,
okay.
oh, she's so cool. Anyway, someone else who's really cool is Maps Maponyane, and he's one of our close friends here at Expresso. So we know him to be a very sweet and loving guy. But this exclusive clip of him being the scenes of the hit film being on the scenes of his film, The Kingsman, The Golden Circle, shows us a very different side to Maps Maponyane.
All right, so I'm strapped in and I'm at the Dunsville Park Aerodrome and I'm about to do a stunt in the actual taxi from Kingsman in all the Kingsman movies. So this is obviously going to be pretty rough, but I'm looking forward to the experience, so come along. Mark, Piccadilly Square, please.
Taxi ride. I want to go for that taxi ride.
Oh my word. A real life action hero. Remind us to ask him about that the next time he's in studio. Certainly seems that he's living his best life out there.
Yeah, it looked like he was panicking there for a little bit as well, man. Awesome
in his brown suit.
That's a wrap of your local entertainment news right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Well, listen, if you haven't done so yet, it's time to download the new Woolworths app to your device so that you can enjoy some of the amazing benefits. I mean, if you look through the app, they've got great recipes, they've got fashion, even as seen on Expresso. Look, checking out the outfit I'm wearing right now, it's all on the website, so you can check it out for tips and trends and a whole host of amazing features designed specifically for rewards members. Now, with the app, you can also link your rewards account directly to your phone, where you'll see all of the issued vouchers in one place. Plus, on the app, you can also check out some selective and exclusive promotions. And once downloaded, you'll be the first to know about some of the amazing deals that's out there. With summer on its way, you should definitely stock up on some this week's rewards deals. For example, they have a 3 for 2 men's golfers, or you can get selected boys tees for 2 for only 99 Rand. Now, to make things super easy for you, we'll send you the link right now to download the app to your device. So if you've got access to the App Store, simply SMS us the keyword app to 33728. And if you're an Android user, SMS the keyword play to 33728. We'll also include the links to the app and when you SMS for Expresso recipes. Now, SMSs are R1.50 each and no free SMSs apply. And we'll also send you a link directly to your device so that you're one step away from tapping into the world of rewards.
Well, what are you doing tonight at 8:30 p.m.? Because I think that we should all be checking out what's happening on Top Billing, because tonight Jonathan Boynton-Lee meets up with Cosmopolitan's sexiest man, Tiro Mosete, and Jeannie D also gets to meet up with Antonio Banderas to talk about all of the amazing things that he's been doing on his visit to South Africa. So that's Top Billing tonight at 8:30 p.m. Not to be missed.
This Thursday, Jean is getting up close and personal with actor Antonio Banderas, who came to South Africa to share the story of his new perfume.
Join us this Thursday on Top Billing as we discover the real secret to temptation. And it's fabulous. The stage is yours.
What do you want to do?
We discover how Cape Town likes to welcome a new month with a nighttime fiesta of art, music, and flavor.
First Thursdays is a cultural experience where art galleries and retail stores in the Central and East District stay open late on the first Thursday of every month. We're here to explore the buzz and become better acquainted with the city.
We mingle with Cape Town's A-list at the launch of the new Togo-san Hotel, where the bubbly flowed and the entertainment was great.
I think what's great about tonight is a hotel like this doesn't just happen because it's a nice idea. It's because there's people that need rooms and accommodation. And Cape Town, with 27% increase in tourism, I mean, how brilliant is that?
Jonathan and Cosmo's sexiest man, Tiro Mosete, pay a visit to Groot Mariko. They even go scuba diving in the lake.
So this is apparently the place we need to come for proper Mampoer.
I believe so, but can you boys take it from the city?
You don't think we can handle it?
I don't think so.
Don't miss Top Billing this Thursday night at 8:30. Repeat Sunday at 1. SABC 3, the stage is yours.
Well, coming up next on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we're shining the spotlight on Mother Nature. Now, it's a warning that has been part of our dialogue for many, many decades, and it's now reaching that critical point. And annually, we are using more of the Earth's resources than it can regenerate for us in a year. And it is time for us to consciously reinvest in the Earth and our commitment to keeping it a sustainable world for us to continue living in. Now, joining Expresso with this mission and vision in mind are Effort Mini and Franrico Lucas, respectively, the founder and marketing director of Earthfest, Earthfest, an initiative that invites people to plant a permaculture forest while also attending to their souls during the Muizenberg Festival. Gentlemen, welcome to Expresso.
Thank you.
Lekker, looking smart. I feel slightly underdressed next to you guys this morning, but it's all cool, man. Listen, I think it's great. I mean, it goes without saying that we need to take care of Earth to ensure a sustainable future. But Yvette, I want to ask you this first. Exactly what are we talking about when we are talking about planting a permaculture forest?
Well, basically, it's growing food in a natural way that supports all of life on Earth.
Okay, so that's simple. So basically that will ensure kind of a sustainable food production kind of source?
Absolutely. If we look at a natural indigenous forest, for instance, there's no labor in the forest, there's no pesticides or anything that needs to be put into it, and it just keeps sustaining itself and growing and growing. So we observe nature, we observe the forest, and we learn from it, and we grow our food.
Yeah. In the most natural way possible.
In the most natural way.
Which I love. Now, Franrico, I mean, this is a great initiative, I think, and this is the kind of initiative that we need to be steering towards. How many people will kind of benefit from this initiative itself?
It's funny you say that because actually the people that are going to come and listen and feel that they resonate with this message, and that's how many people will basically get so much more from this opportunity. Because of the fact that when we look at permaculture in itself, permaculture is not only just a word just defining about how to plant and how to literally not spend so much water, so much less resources, but even more fruitfulness, more resources that can come from it, because it's a self-sustainable ecosystem. The same as people that are out there, maybe they feel like they don't have enough, they don't have money, they don't have enough talent, but the same as permaculture, with everything, nothing goes to waste. The same as with people. So that's why I'm saying, if you have any type of talent, this is a platform for you to actually come through and bring your friends and come and get your hands dirty and also have a stunning time. And that will be from the 1st or the 15th of October at Muizenberg Festival as well.
I think it's great, man, to involve this as part of the Muizenberg Festival.
Everybody's invited.
Everybody's invited. Even me. Okay, man. Okay, cool. Now, if it, I mean, the Earthfest have been developed, a plan for the next 7 years. I mean, what are you planning to get out of the Earthfest, looking forward into the future?
Well, so I would, it's very simple. We plan to go from community to community and help establish natural food systems, renewable energy systems, natural building systems. In the last decade, I would say there's been a lot of attention around eco villages and alternative ways of living. And we're just here to support that and have fun while we do it, And that's where the festival comes in. It's more of a celebration and a coming together, having fun while doing something good.
And where exactly is the Earthfest then taking place? Where can people head to get maybe more info?
Well, you can go to the website as well. That's www.earthfest.co.za. Yeah, and
Earthfest.co.za.
Yes, definitely. And also just come through to Muizenberg as well, because we need more hands. That's what because it's about enriching the community, and we like to just use this word constantly, and it's Ubuntu, and it's all about I am because of you, and the same way around. Because the only way we can make it happen is everybody coming together. Because I heard Patricia the Lil talking about that same fact about the water crisis going on. This is the best way to source your own food, and also just how much water does it use just to get 1 liters from a shop?
56 liters.
56 liters, you understand?
Man.
So you just need 1 bucket of water, and you can keep on recycling it. And because of the mulch and so on as well, the water flows through slowly, and also you keep the nutrients in the ground, so the plants and the fruit that you can harvest from it is exceptional. So that's why we're talking about the fact that we need to get the community more involved in this, because this is the new earth, the new way of living.
It's a community effort. It's an effort that we all need to pull in and make this happen. Thank you very much, and all the best. Thank you very much for the invite. Appreciate it. Every one of you is invited as well. So pull through. It's earthfest.co.za is where you can find more info.
Well, this week, the Expresso New Metro Movie Club, they've got a prize that will have you feeling the nostalgia of the revered 1980s hit Blade Runner. Now, Blade Runner 2049 is set 30 years after the events of the original box office hit. A new Blade Runner, LAPD Officer K, and unearths a long-buried secret that has the potential to plunge what's left over of society into chaos. Now, experience this fantasy thriller in New Metro's multi-sensory 4DX cinemas in an exhilarating cinema experience experience with high-tech motion seats and special environmental effects. That's only at the V&A Waterfront in Cape Town, the Pavilion in Durban, Cornubia Mall in Umhlanga, Menlyn Park in Pretoria, or Hyde Park and Empress Palace in Johannesburg. Now stand a chance to win double tickets to see Blade Runner 2049 in 4DX at New Metro. Simply SMS the keyword Blade Runner plus your name and city to 40675. And remember, you need to add the city in which you're able to watch the screening. Those T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com, and the competition will close at midnight on the 6th of October. Now the question is, will Officer K's discovery lead him on a quest to find the former Blade Runner who's been missing for the last 30 years? Well, you need to enter to stand a chance to win to find out.
Find the best entertainment at New Metro Cinemas. It's your scene.
Thank you so much, Zoe. Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we take a look at what's trending. And a 90-year-old grandma turns her little village into an art gallery. Can't wait to share that story with you. And then in studio this morning, we have Polisika in the house. Oh, yes. And ladies and gentlemen, they are bringing us some brand new music. All that and more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
As jy jou onder in my ore vryf, in die donker voel ek weer lus, voel ek weer klein. As die stil weer begin sonnig, die berg brand en die boom omwaai, en as die vlamme aan my gordyne lek, dan skryf ek vir ons 'n nuwe plek. Want as jy weer kom, sal dit kom om te bly. Ek ken die skaamte en die kwesbaarheid. Ek onthou ons het hardop gebid. En ek onthou ons het in ons skoolklere gevra. So ek skryf maar my wegkruip ek.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
At Samsung, we develop technology so you can live life. Samsung, a way of life.
Welcome back. You tune into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso, only on SABC3 right now. Time for a bit of fun. It's time to check out some of those interesting, funny and random things that we stumbled across on social media. Interesting, random or funny, ladies?
It's interesting and kind of cute, I would say.
Okay.
Thank you to Board Panda for bringing us this story.
We like Board Panda.
A 90-year-old grandma decided to bring some joy and awesomeness to her little town by every spring and every summer going around and adorning all of the homes and all of the frames and the windows and the doors with these beautiful, majestic designs. And she does it, like I said, every spring and summer. But how beautiful is it,
That
hey?
is stunning.
This is awesome. So it just goes to show it doesn't matter what age you are.
Yeah.
If you want to do something, like, go and do it. As long as it's not breaking the law.
I'm
But
surprised
be artistic and creative.
I'm surprised she hasn't gotten any like helpers to help her out.
I wonder where is is this?
Beautiful. It looks like Greece.
Probably like a European little
Looks
town.
beautiful. I would love to visit this little town.
Well, you know how they say sharing is caring, and that's the case for these two adorable little puppies or doggies. They shared a tennis ball, and we just thought it was so adorable we had to show you what it looked like. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if that's called sharing or is it like it's mine.
It's
mine.
like tug of war.
I think this guy is just like, yeah, try and take it. Just try and take it.
So funny.
Okay, yeah. So
Kind of
that's
gross, but
is that the
funny.
cute parts? The adorable parts.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, ladies. That's your what's trending right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let us know what stories caught your attention online and share it with us. #Expresso Show. Right now, though, we are so happy to have our favorites back in studio. It's Polisikar and their much anticipated album Self-Medicasi has officially dropped. It's available right now. We're going to find out a little bit more in just a bit. But first, here they are performing for you. It's Koma.
In jou gesig is 'n sterrestelsel. Ek is 'n kind wat na die sterre kyk. As jy jou hande deur my hare vryf, in die donker voel ek weer lus, voel ek weer klein. As die storm weer begin sien ek die berg brand en die boom omwaai. En as die vlamme aan my gordyne lek, dan skryf ek vir ons 'n nuwe plek. Want as jy weer kom, sal dit kom om te bly. Ek ken die skaamte en die kwesbaarheid. Ek onthou ons het hardop gebid. En ek onthou ons het in ons skoolklere gevry. So ek skryf maar vir my 'n wegkruipplek. Want ek weet die weer sal weer kom om te bly. Maar kom weer. Hierdie keer is ek gered. Ek sal 'n byl in my hand hê. Partykeer moet jy iets so blik. Ek ken van in die hoek geskop word en het in die uitstamp en ons albei kraak. Ek skryf maar vir my 'n wegkruipplek. Daar's 'n berg uit binne wat brand in plaas van my verstand. Maar kom weer. Hierdie keer is ek gered. En jou gesig is 'n sterrestelsel. Ek is 'n kind wat na die sterre kyk. As jy jou hande deur my hare vryf, in die donker voel ek weer los, voel ek weer klein.
Yes. Lekker manne, lekker. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. How's it going?
Dankie, dit gaan baie goed. Baie lekker om hier weer te wees.
Listen, bro, like it must be amazing to feel like after you made all of us wait so long for a brand new album, it's here. Self-Medicasi. Lekker. How was this process doing this? Because in March, you guys announced that you guys are starting a crowdfunding initiative, and fans came to the party.
Yeah, it was a massive story. You know, since 2008, we said we're going to release a new album. It never happened. We never found time. All of us are busy with other things. And I think in the beginning of last year, we announced we're going to do this crowdfunding thing. and try and get our fans to pledge money for this album. It happened. They came to the party in a big way. We basically got twice as much money that we anticipated or needed. And we made this album and we gave it to them first, and they really love it, so hopefully the rest of the country and the rest of the people will love it too.
Dude, that's awesome, man. So that is your album right there. Really keep chatting to the guys. They're with us all morning. Let us know what you thought about that performance on our social media pages. Always use that hashtag Expresso Show. Right now, it's time for the news.
In the national news this morning, Cape Town Mayor Patricia de Lille yesterday released the city's critical water shortages disaster plan, which would see phased rationing through extreme pressure reduction and supply disruptions. She urged people to store up to 5 litres of municipal drinking water, as zoned outages are likely to occur unscheduled during peak times. The city anticipated its supply of municipal water would run out around March 2018 if consumption was not reduced to 500 million litres of collective use per day. President Jacob Zuma yesterday unveiled a monument erected in his honour in the Northwest Province at the newly established Groot Marico Heritage Site. The event marked the launch of the Zuma Arrest Site, which forms part of plans by the provincial government to promote job creation, tourism and economic growth in the area. The president was amongst 52 new Umkhonto Sizwe recruits arrested by the apartheid police in the area in 1963 as they were heading for Botswana to undergo military training. Now moving further abroad, UK Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson has been accused by prominent Libyan political activist and academic of extreme insensitivity after he suggested that a Libyan city could become the next Dubai once, quote, the dead bodies have been cleared away. Gouma Al-Gamati said that some 750 young Libyan men had died while liberating the city of Sirte from Islamic State group to remove the threat of terrorism, not just from Libya, but also from the rest of the world, including the UK. Johnson is now facing demands for his resignation. And then finally, Iraq's military says it has stormed the town of Hawija as part of an offensive against one of the so-called Islamic State's last enclave in the country. Special forces, police and paramilitary fighters reached the town centre after breaking through jihadist defences in the west, according to commanders. They began moving on the town early yesterday, 2 days after retaking the Rashad Air Base to the south. Pro-government forces have made swift progress against IS in recent months. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Let's get our very first look at what's happening in the world of sport with Ewan.
Thank you so much, Leanne. Yes, good morning to all our sport fans. Let's take a look at what's happening in the world of sport quickly. Now, South Africa's Chad le Clos walked away with 2 gold medals at the FINA Swimming World Cup in Doha, Qatar last night. Up first, le Clos just beat American Tom Shields to the 200-meter butterfly gold before taking the 50-meter freestyle in a very impressive 22.45 seconds. Then there was also more success for Team South Africa on the night as Cameron van der Berg claimed gold in the 50-meter breaststroke. And in cricket news, the Proteas squad for their upcoming ODI series against Bangladesh was announced yesterday, which sees Dane Patterson as the only new cap in the side. Now, Patterson has already represented the country in the shortest format of the game, taking 5 wickets in 4 T20 matches played, while the second test between the Proteas and Bangladesh starts tomorrow. The 3-match ODI series gets underway next week, Sunday. Tennis news, Kevin Anderson's run at the Japan Open came to an end yesterday as he fell to the American Ryan Harrison in the round of 16. Now, despite the South African landing 24 aces, it proved not to be enough as Harrison pulled off the 6-3, 1-6, 7-6 victory. And then in other results from Japan, David Goffin earned a 2-love win over Feliciano Lopez. Bernard Tomic lost to Diego Schwartzman, while Marin Cilic beat Yasutaka Uchiyama in straight sets. And then the penultimate round of European 2018 World Cup qualifying takes place today as England welcomes Slovenia to the Wembley Stadium. Now, after 6 wins and 2 draws, England currently top of Group F, while Slovenia lie in third, 6 points behind the leaders. Also in World Cup qualifying action tonight, Poland travel to Armenia, San Marino welcome Malta, while Germany tackle Northern Ireland. That's where we leave your sport for now. We'll get into it again a little bit later on this morning. Right now, another look at the roads.
Well, let's let's take another look at those roads. We start off in Gauteng in Lenasia. Now, there's been an accident involving a truck on the N12 eastbound. That's at the R558 Pretoria Glen exit, and you can expect heavy delays approaching the scene. Then moving to KZN and Durban on the N2 northbound, there's also been an accident that's on the N2 northbound just after the M1 Higginson Highway exit. Then in Cape Town and Bellville on the N1 inbound, traffic is queuing. That's between the R300 interchange and Durban Road exit. That's where we leave your traffic for now on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you, Zoe. Let's quickly take another look at your weather on your Thursday morning. And according to the South African Weather Service, severe thunderstorms with the risk of heavy downpour and strong gusty winds are expected in the Western and Northern Cape provinces throughout the week up until Saturday. And temperatures are expected to warm up by Sunday this weekend. Jou temperature Polokwane vanoggend skop af op 15. Dit styg na 27 maximum. Mbombela 16:23, Pretoria 14:22, Johannesburg 12:17, Mike 13:22, Klerksdorp 11 en 'n maximum 17, Kimberley 8:19, Bloemfontein 'n minimum van 5 en 'n maximum 18, Richards Bay 17:20, Pietermaritzburg 12:14, Durban 16 and a maximum of 19, Mthatha 9:15, East London 10:15, Cradock starting off on 4 degrees minimum with a maximum 16 degrees, Port Elizabeth 10:18, George 8:17, Sutherland nice and cold -1 this morning, staying cold with a maximum of 14 degrees. Cape Town also on the chilly end, 9 degrees minimum with a maximum 17. Worcester 3:20, Springbok 4:18, and Uppington starting off on 7 with a maximum of 21. That's a wrap of your weather for the 7 o'clock bulletin. One more update heading your way just after 8.
Spend 400 Rand or more at BP. Swipe your Avios card and you could win big. Make your dream holiday a reality with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive.
Well, let's take a look at social media. Hashtag World Teachers Day is currently trending. People are giving amazing insights to what they believe teachers do for the world. And this person says no profession could replace the services towards the betterment of society. And that's what being a teacher is all about. Let's see what else people are saying here. Rita says, happy World Teachers Day to my friends and colleagues. You matter, what you do matters, and your impact is immeasurable. Today we celebrate you here. Let's continue to move down. Tracy says, teachers, one day isn't enough to shout how grateful we are, but we are proud to say it together. Hashtag World Teachers Day. And let's see if we can find one more. Richard Howard says, today on World Teachers Day, we salute all teachers. Quality education plays an important role in achieving hashtag global goals. So if you want to continue to celebrate our teachers, go and check out that hashtag World Teachers Day.
Now, it's a Thursday morning here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're going to be taking a very quick break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, a tech roundup and a brand new set of emojis has been revealed for WhatsApp. You can let us know what you thought about that. And we continue shining the spotlight on real-life superheroes. I'm talking about our teachers. Stick around.
Ever wanted to visit a snowy winter wonderland or is relaxing on a tropical island more your thing? You can visit your ideal destination when you win one of 21 dream holidays every week from 2 October until 15 December with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive. Enter the competition by visiting a BP fuel station and swiping your Avios card when you spend 400 Rand or more. Sign up for your Avios card for free at BP and get your entries in to win big with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive.
To experience the new Woolies app, it's got nothing to do with the recipe. It's fucked up. But okay, we'll do it. No, I know, it's fucking pathetic.
Go. Play, so you can leave because I'm not in hell. Wow.
Jy mag jouself dalk vind in die middel van die dag op 'n parkbank sit. En dan dink jy, hoe bekostig hierdie mense hierdie feeste karre, palisale Toskaanse tronke? Jy mag dalk dink in 'n arm land is rykdom 'n skande, maar iemand sal altyd ryker as almal anders. Jy mag dalk dink, maar in dat ek in die middel van die dag op 'n parkbank kan sit. En dan raak ek bly. Want wat is daar om te doen? En wie probeer ek beïndruk? En dan dink jy vir jouself, ek gaan nie meer lewe lang werk nie, dan nou begin. Miskien dink jy vir jouself, van ander is net te laag, ek sê die woord dan. Woord dan wat hy speel nie, so dit... Jy. Sal ek achter die hand moet staan? Wat wil draai nie, ek maak nie. As jy die kant draai. Soos bede op. Ja, kan ons...
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. And it's time for us to see what's happening in the world of daily tech, because you know what? The world is moving at an astronomical rate. Ewan, what's the details?
It's a technological era we're living in. And we are so happy to announce that there's been another update from the world of social media. What? Yeah, man. So yesterday, WhatsApp announced that they have designed a new set of emojis. And we all love our emojis. The thing is, though, they look pretty much exactly the same as the ones from before. And no one is quite sure why they've done this, but speculation is that they're taking small steps towards having a completely independent emoji design. Now, the theory is that if they change the look too much in one update, many users would feel a bit alienated with the radical change, and that's bad for business. So I guess at the end of the day, people just like what they used to.
Look, there are only a few things like that are changed, but I do feel it's a more updated version of what was the normal emojis that we use. I'm not too upset about
From a user myself, I would go the opposite. I would love to see a completely different set of emojis, something fresh, something new, something other than what you would normally see in the emoji range. So,
like a Kimoji?
No, not a Kimoji. We'll leave it there. I don't know. You can let us know what you think. I mean, would you want a radical change or rather keep it pretty similar to what it was before?
Apparently there's news coming out of Mother Russia.
Yes, Mother Russia right now. The Russian company called Kalashnikov, famous for producing the AK-47, has now branched into a new field of design, namely aircrafts. Now, a video demo released by the company recently revealed a working prototype of a one-person hover bike. Now, the company is calling it a flying car, but it looks more like a manned drone. It consists of 8 propellers housed in a skeletal frame with a few joysticks to control it. I mean, it looks pretty cool as well. And it doesn't have any wheels. Now, it's a very basic design, but it runs on electric motors, making it very, very light and much easier to maneuver. I mean, look at that.
This is crazy. You know those movies that you saw with, like, set in the future, with people flying these hovercrafts and kind of attacking you?
Yes.
Like, I feel we're getting close to that.
Look, man, I would love to own one of these in my garage and just land here on the Expresso balcony every morning. No traffic. But yeah, absolutely. But there's no indication of what they plan to do with the prototype. But it's not the first of its kind. Now, earlier this year, the Russian company showed off a similar design. They called the Scorpion 3, and last year, British inventor and YouTuber Colin Furze created a working homemade hover bike. Now, all of these kind of flying bikes and hover bikes and autonomous vehicles popping up all over the world makes me think that maybe, Blade Runner 2049 that we've been talking about isn't as much of a science fiction as we think. So, I don't know. I think it's very, very cool. I would love to see this go into full-scale production, and I would love to own it, and I will be the first guy to test it.
Just putting it out there. Well, anyways, that is what we have in store for you in terms of daily technology. The world is moving, people. You need to get on it. Exciting times.
It's flying.
Well, the sun's just come out. It is your Thursday morning, and something we haven't done in a while on your Feel Good Breakfast show is a little bit of Zumba. That's why we brought Cindy Abrams and her squad here to do just that. How are you this morning?
I'm very well, and yourself?
Good, because you've been here for Pound, and now this is your first time doing Zumba on Expresso.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Oh, we are ready.
So
So
we're
you're
going
going
to
to
be
take us through
dancing.
something cool. Okay, cool. I'll follow your lead.
Okay, we're going to salsa this morning, so it's all about your abs, your hips, and your arms.
Okay.
So have fun and smile.
Okay, well, let's get the volume up. There we go.
Okay. So you're going to step it out first. Step. Get ready. Now, forward and back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Side step. Roll your hips. Abs. Now, double. Down. Forward step now. Back. Roll your hips. Abs. Side step now. Double. Keep going. Forward now.
Suavecito, tacadito, bajito. Suavecito, tacadito, bajito. Suavecito, tacadito, bajito. Suavecito,
Side.
tacadito, bajito. Con más fuerza nos fuimos para arriba. Con más fuerza nos fuimos para arriba. Con más fuerza nos fuimos para arriba. ¡Para arriba!
Forward step.
I love that this is a great introduction for people that are new to Zumba. The steps are they're easy to follow. Yes, I really love that.
So basically just a forward, a back, side, and do all of it keeping your abs in.
Keeping it all tight and of
Well
course.
done.
Thank you. Getting a workout while having fun right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Cindy Abrams showing us a little bit of Zumba. Hope to have you back soon for another session.
Yes, hopefully I'll see you soon.
There we go. Well, let's head on over into the kitchen.
Great little workout. Thank you. Shake it with Cindy and Zoe. Well done on those moves. But you know what? After a strenuous workout, it's always nice to replenish with a flavorful smoothie packed with some nutrients. And that is what we're making this morning. A Choco-pine smoothie joined by Zoe. Hello, Zoe. How was that?
Sounds amazing. That was fun. I mean, it's always so much fun
Latin
working out
vibe there.
with Cindy.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, no, she's brilliant. Okay, cool. So Choco-pine smoothie, that's what we're making this morning. It's absolutely delicious. Look at these ingredients. We got some coconut cream, some yogurt, some pineapple, some coconut shavings as well, and some cocoa powder as well. Now,
Looks
pineapple.
like toasted cocoa shavings.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's actually toasted, which is bringing out the flavor as well, which is great. But pineapple, of course, an excellent source of the trace mineral called manganese, all right, which is essential for energy production and antioxidants as well. So yeah, you add that. And then we have some yogurt, which is, of course, a very good source of calcium, protein, and vitamins B as well. And the coconut that we're going to put on later is great for lowering cholesterol levels, which is fantastic.
That's pretty
So let's
impressive.
put together quickly. We've got a little dollop of honey in there as well. How sweet do you like it?
We can keep it medium.
Medium, okay.
That looks
that's
good.
medium there.
I never know how much a dollop is. That's always the most confusing instruction.
Okay, so that's our. This is going to be a very creamy kind of smoothie as well. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
There we
All right,
go.
that's it.
Very creamy indeed.
And a little bit of this cocoa powder as well.
Awesome.
And then are you going to do the honors and blending it up for us?
Smells amazing.
There's something about that coconut cream as well, eh? With the yogurt, it's going to be a nice little filling smoothie as well. Great source of protein there as well.
There we go.
There we go. Look at that. Keep it up.
Getting it all mixed. That should be good.
Perfect. Give it a good mix there. Is it good? Yeah? Smooth?
Yes, it feels good.
It's up to you how you want it. You can pour it out first. The keyword is drink. SMS that to 33728. That's drink to 33728. And you can expect the recipe link on your phone. You'll also get a link that will help you to experience the brand new app, the Woolies app that Zoe has been talking about over the past few days, which is also amazing. So the keyword is drink. SMS that to 33728 and top it off with some coconut shavings.
There we go.
And doesn't that look
like this is
as
like
if
a
you've
Zola
literally just
moment.
gone out and bought it?
Ha! Should
Hey?
give it a taste.
We should give it a taste. There we
Here,
go.
cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
You made this, huh?
Oh, you can taste the pineapple.
Oh,
It's a
that's
really
amazing.
good combination.
Very, very nice. Once again, the keyword is drink. SMS that to 33728 for a link to the recipe and a link to our brand new Woolies app as well. Thank you, Zoe. That's how you do it.
Clover Classic, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
Well, today we're celebrating a very special day. It's World Teachers' Day. And this gives us the opportunity to honor our teachers in South Africa and thank them for their hard work, for their love and for their care. So in studio this morning, we have Ms. Dirkie Lamprecht in studio and Mr. Christus Spies. And they're going to be talking about what it takes to be a teacher and what they love most about being teachers. Very, very good morning, Mr. Spies and Mr. Lamprecht. I feel like I'm in school this morning, but it's so wonderful to have teachers here because it's about time that we start celebrating our teachers a little bit more. But Dirkie, I'm going to start with you. What do you love most about being a teacher? Because if there's one profession in the world that requires passion because of the challenges that you face, it's being a teacher.
I love the kids. The children are like my own children.
Yeah.
I'm by nature a very optimistic person. So every morning when I arrive at the school, and it's very early, I meet with some of the learners who are also dropped off very early. And when I say early, I mean 6 o'clock. So we have our chat and we discuss our plans. And I love going to the classroom and teach the learners and see the progress and see when things work. And when things don't work, there's always another way of doing it. I find that my learners adapt to my style. From the atmosphere in the class, I know that they love what we're doing. They love my subject. They love the interaction. They love the experiments in the class. There's just too much to say.
Wow. I agree with you. Now, Christu, you say that being a teacher is like being a guide. You've been a teacher for 15 years now. Don't you want to tell us a little bit more about your journey?
My journey started as a young child. My mother was a teacher and her passion and commitment inspired me to take up the teaching profession.
Now, I know that teaching in South Africa is one thing that requires education in itself. You don't just become a teacher, and that's something that we're struggling with, is having more teachers that are capable of doing the jobs. What do you think we need to do in South Africa to resolve the shortage of good, qualified teachers in our country?
I think we need to be a role model and we need to inspire the youth to take up the teaching profession, and we need to encourage them to complete their studies and to get the qualification.
Yeah. Okay.
When they are already teaching, I think we must improve our mentoring system. As a role model, as Christo said, as a role model, you really have to help your fledgling teachers. They find it very difficult because university is not like teaching. I also believe that we should start a system of internships for a whole year where you look after the teacher and guide them.
Absolutely. Well, that used to happen when I was in school back in the day. But both of you, Mr. Spies and Ms. Lamprecht, have been nominated in this year's Woolworths Teachers Awards Day, and your learners were actually the ones that nominated you. We've actually got an excerpt from one of the learners, Keaton Arendse, about you, Ms. Lamprecht, and this is what Keaton says. Ms. Lamprecht, she's an incredible lady who does more than what is asked of her. As head of curriculum and assessment, she bears the students' best interests at heart and finds new and innovative ways to learn. And of Mr. Spies, this is what Alex Kraus said about you. He says, I want to be as happy as Mr. Spies when I go to work one day. I want to treat everyone with kindness like him. I know I have the best teacher and that I'm very lucky. I really want people to know it. That is absolutely incredible that your learners would say that of you. How does that make you feel, Ms. Lamprecht?
Warm. And I was initially very speechless.
Yeah.
And Keaton is a very quiet learner. He doesn't say very much, but he's such a wonderful person. And saying that about me makes me realize learners do appreciate what you do, the extra mile you walk.
Absolutely. You, Krista?
I'm extremely honored and grateful for this opportunity. And as Dirkie said, it makes you realize that the children notice what you're doing. And yeah, I think it's also a motivation and an encouragement to keep on doing what I've been doing for the past 15 years.
Oh, well, thank you so much for being on our show this morning, and congratulations for being finalists in the Woolworths Teachers' Day Awards. And of course, we are so proud of our teachers and so thankful for everything they do, because you are not only shaping our minds, but you are shaping our lives. And sometimes you are the only guide that we have in our lives as well. So thank you so much to these incredible teachers. We'll be meeting more in a little bit.
Our teachers, definitely real-life superheroes. They definitely deserve every bit of recognition heading their way. But right now, we are going to be taking a very quick break. Don't go anywhere as we take a look afterwards at one of our favorites, Simgezi, comedian, taking on the hashtag Be Bold, Go Gold challenge. Sounds exciting. And then we're going to sort you out with breakfast as well, with a yogurt, berry and banana breakfast bowl. Delicious. Stick around.
Welcome to Tropica Island of Treasure, Maldives. Now is your chance of a lifetime to join your favorite celebrities in paradise and have the chance to become famous like them. Plus the chance to win your share of a smooth 1 million rand. Are you ready to come party with us in the Maldives? The more Tropica you buy, the more chances you have to win prizes, fame and fortune. Grab a Tropica for details. Hope to see you in paradise. Tropica, nothing smoother.
Jy mag jouself dalk vind. Jy. Jy mag jouself dalk vind in die middel van die dag op 'n parkbank sit. En dan dink jy, hoe bekostig hier mense hierdie Europese karre en palisade tot skaanse tronke? Jy mag dalk dink in 'n arm land is rykdom 'n skande, maar niemand sal dit ryker as almal anders. Jy mag dalk dink, wat het ek in die middel van die dag op 'n parkbank kan sit. En dan raak ek bly, want wat is daar te doen? Wie probeer ek beïndruk? En dan dink jy vir jouself, ek het nie my hele lewe lang werk, maar nog niks te kan doen nie. Ek sal sommer nou begin. Ek's 'n produk.
to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, today we are celebrating a very special day. It is World Teachers' Day. And this gives us the opportunity to honor our teachers in South Africa and thank them for their hard work, for their love and for their care. So this morning we are chatting to one of our superheroes that's in studio this morning. And we're talking about the importance of education in South Africa and why she loves to be a teacher. We are joined by none other than the 2015 national winner of the Teachers' Day Awards, Melanie van der Hoef. Melanie, so good to have you in studio this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Wow, I must say that, you know, it's a very special day and I'm happy that we're highlighting teachers, we're putting the spotlight on you. It's sometimes a very thankless job, if we're honest about it. But there is a perception that in South Africa, the education is not as developed as it needs to be. Do you think this is the case? And if so, what can we do about it?
You know, in my humble opinion, I think we're missing, for me, the essence that we're missing is that teaching should be a collaboration. Not only your teacher in the classroom, but you should have your community standing behind the kids, motivating them, supporting them. And once we do that together, I think children will feel more, you know, that they will find a reason why I am doing this. And they will see the sense in coming to school, enjoying school. But what is happening now is parents, either they're too tired or they cannot cope. So they just send the child to school and say, you know what, the teacher has to deal with it. As soon as you come home, school is over. But every opportunity we have, when I go home, I'm not a teacher, I'm a mother then as well. Right? You need to remember every opportunity to turn that into a teaching experience so that we can get back to the holistic approach of teaching.
I think I remember in 2015 visiting your class. I don't know if you remember that day. You probably see so many people. But it was such a special environment to see how the learners were reacting to you. What, in your opinion, makes a great teacher?
It's passion.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, you need the book knowledge, you need your degree, you need the skills. But I think if the learners pick up that, you know what, she doesn't really want to be here. She's here because she's getting paid to be here. Then they don't take any notice of you. Yeah. But if they feel that you have a vested interest in them, if the learners feel, you know what, she's made a, she's gone out of her way to make sure that we know we are something special. And then they latch onto that, and it becomes easier.
I just have to acknowledge that you were the 2015 winner of the Woolworths Education Day Awards. What was that crowning moment? What did it mean for you in terms of your journey as a teacher?
Oh my word, it was such a treat.
Yeah.
It really, really was such a treat. Being, you know, having to teach, especially with matriculants now as well, you have a much longer day. Weekends you also have to teach, and then besides that, having the students at the outreach center. So it was amazing. I mean, just being treated. We were 30 kilometers away from where we live, but it felt like my husband and I were on a different, totally different destination. And also the time we could spend alone, you know, without having to worry who's going to cook, who's going to clean up, you know, listening to the kids. It was an absolute treat. Woolworths and my school did it. It was amazing.
Well, thank you so much, Melanie, for being here with us. And once again, thank you so much for the role that you and all of the other teachers that have been in studio and that are in our schools all around the country have played in shaping our lives. We would not be here without all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Now, South Africa is rallying behind CHOC, Childhood Cancer Foundation South Africa, in their amazing work supporting children and their families battling cancer. Now, local celebrities and media personalities are taking on challenges to experience a fraction of the determination and courage the children show on a daily basis. And the latest celeb to take up the challenge is a guy who has shown true grit in 2 reality competitions.
His Be Bold, Go Gold challenge, a beach was the setting for comedian and actor Sibin Gesi, who would be stepping far out of his comfort zone to go surfing.
So what are we doing today?
Are you ready for a little surfing lesson today?
Wow, so in other words, the challenge is to not get beaten and eaten by a shark. and to survive the cold.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
The other challenge will be to face the wrath of Mother Nature. As you can see, she's coming in quite forcefully today. And then obviously by the end of this lesson, we'll try hopefully get to see you standing up on the surfboard.
Man, I'm ready about anything. Anything for the kids.
Okay, cool. So this morning we're going to start up with a little warm-up on the beach. Before we start that, we're going to get into our wetsuits.
Make me look more like a seal. Oh, I look forward to that one.
We're going to just do some stretches just to make sure the blood flow is pumping. And then from there, we're going to do a little theory session on the board, teach you how to paddle, teach you how to stand properly in order to catch the waves.
Love squats. Sarcasm. The way I got involved in Be Bold, Go Gold is, you know, Choc is an incredible organization, and we had like an event at Expresso, and I was part of the Tropica Island of Treasure, and they were quite involved. And I met this young man who had cancer in his eye, and I sat next to him, and we just spoke. And it's quite inspiring how these kids are going through things that adults struggle to go through, and they go through it with a nice big smile, and they make you feel so inspired. And then I met this young lady called Gracie, who's 3.5 and is terminally ill with cancer, and she lit up my heart. And ever since that day, when I met them, I thought, let me get involved. When shock comes, what do you do?
What do you do? Don't panic.
Don't panic! That's the first thing you're gonna do! Well, a lot of the young kids who are actually fighting cancer are going through things that really young kids or babies should not be going through. Adults struggle with cancer, and these kids are really challenging themselves, and it really breaks my heart. Me, I hate cold water. I hate being cold. So I was in cold water, cold Cape Town water, which is an unbelievable challenge. I can't feel my joints. But Cape Town water is like an exotic dancer. You can look, but you should not touch. It's cold, the shock's in the least of my concerns!
Although Civ braved the cold, supporting Choc can warm anyone's heart. And all you have to do is simply buy and wear a gold beaded ribbon to show your support.
I think the thing about it, it's difficult. I think no one wants to be able to see that a child is suffering from cancer. And I think they need all the funds that are possible. Like, they're the future of our country, and we really need to put in the time and effort towards them. So like Expresso will be helping to spend 1.5 million rand to get a house for the kids, and I think it's an incredible initiative. Choc has many kids that are involved in it. So a lot of people who haven't been exposed to people who are suffering from cancer don't know what to do or what to say. And I think Choc is quite experienced in working with, particularly with kids, because they're one of the only organizations who work with kids with cancer. So I think they're very experienced in it, and I think it's easier to work with them because they know exactly what they're doing. For me, it's my first surfing lesson. I got up, and then it died down. So I think on a better day, I think I'll be able to stand and start carving some waves one day. But it's quite exciting when you get that first feel. When you get the first feel of the wave taking you, it's indescribable. And I can see why people are addicted to surfing. It's a great challenge, and I'm glad to be involved in it. Our trainer is awesome, Raphael. He's very passionate, very patient. I definitely will get another surfing lesson with him.
I think Civ did really well today, considering that it was his first or second time surfing. We did have some harsh conditions to deal with, but all in all, he did well. He managed to stand up on his board once or twice, but the conditions weren't in our favor. So 10 points for effort, and yeah, it's been a great day. He did really well.
Oh, Civ, we love everything that you do, and thank you so much for helping out. Now, if you'd like to contribute to Choc Childhood Cancer Foundation SA, simply SMS the keyword Choc to 33728, and you will receive an SMS response with the banking details to the pledge. Now, another way to support Choc is by purchasing Clover NutriKids products. Now, you won't only be supporting your own child's healthy development, but those living with cancer too.
All right now though, it is time for some breakfast. Now, smoothie bowls and grain bowls have been gaining popularity. It's a real trendy way to start your day. So on the breakfast menu today, a good old classic. It's Clover's yogurt, a banana and a berry breakfast bowl. And it's only a 5-ingredient fix.
Clover Classic, the creamy taste that takes you back.
Made with love by Clover.
Well, coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast show. In fact, I'm so excited. We're making a macaroon cake, but not just any macaroon cake, a cinnamon and cardamom one, so you do not want to miss out on that recipe.
We love the macaron.
Yes.
Well, we're also sitting here with Nick Strelitz this morning, and the reason why is because Paris Fashion Week needs a review. And who's Paris? Well, we're going to be right back after the break.
Yeah. Jy mag self dalk vind in die middel van die dag op 'n parkbank sit. En dan dink jy, hoe bekostig jy mense hier 'n fees, 'n karre, 'n palisade, 'n skans tronke. Jy mag dalk dink in 'n arm land is rykdom 'n skande. Maar iemand sal dit ryker as almal anders. Jy mag dalk dink, wat 'n week, dan dink ek wel op 'n dag op 'n parkbank kan sit. En dan raak ek bly. Wat staan te doen? En wie probeer ek beïndruk? En dan dink jy vir jouself, ek gaan nie meer 'n hele lewe lank werk meer, dan dink ek kan nie. Ek sal sommer nou begin. Ons doen nooit wat ons sê. Ons gaan nie neer. Wat maak ons nog hier? Hierdie plek is nie ons sin nie. Huis is waar jou mense is. My mense het nie thuis staan nie. Ons doen nooit wat ons sê. Ons gaan nie. Wat maak ons nog hier? Miskien dink jy vir jouself, ek is 'n produk, ek is 'n bemarkingsveld, of ek is kommoditeit. Dis nie hoe ek my kinders wil grootmaak nie. Die middelklas is 'n buffer en ons moet eruit. Van die honger mense bly nie lank honger nie. Die malles het beheer van die malles geneem en kom aan nader aan die kruis. In die donker is die blinde een koning. Mag honger koning maak, mag honger volgeling en die koning bly nie lank op sy troon nie. Ek lê op die gras en luister Lucas Marie. Ek vermoed die hart werk soos die weduwee se kruik, haar hart te seer want 'n man is.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Time for us to get into the world of international entertainment news. And somebody that we haven't been talking about near enough is Sam Smith. Now, he's got a new song that's basically saying that he's too good at goodbye. But apparently, he's really good at saying hello too, because he's saying hello to a brand new love. If you're wondering who this handsome gentleman is right here, Nick Strelitz. Are you a big Sam Smith fan?
I mean, not really. I'm not like a massive, that's not generally my type of vibe music.
Really?
Just to lay it straight with everyone. But I appreciate his talent.
Okay, of course, but when you're in a heartbroken moment, Sam's everything, all right?
Okay,
like,
well,
listen.
I'll take your word.
Now, the singer was spotted getting more than cozy with the star from 13 Reasons Why, Brandon Flynn, while out in New York City this week. And while the pair packed on the PDA, this is the first time that we've seen them together, and it's not known if they're officially dating, since neither of them even hinted at a romance before. But confirmation or not, I think that love certainly seems to be in the air.
They look great together.
They do, hey?
Yeah.
Aw,
Good for Sam.
I just want Sam to be happy. That's all. If
You
he's
feel
too
a
good at
connection with
goodbyes,
him.
I want him to be happy.
Yes,
Well,
me too.
talking about love, how much do you love Chrissy Teigen and John Legend?
No, I do love them. They're the
know.
perfect pair.
I know, they are everything.
In fashion and life.
And the two of them make really cute babies. Apparently, according to an interview, Chrissy, who's been very open about her fertility struggles, says that her and John are going to try for baby number 2. Yes.
Amazing.
Via frozen embryo transfer this year. Now, Chrissy also revealed that she actually had a miscarriage before they were able to have baby Luna, who is almost 2 years old now, and there's no exact date that's been given. But Chrissy
Cute.
says that they really want to have another little one by this time next year, and they make such beautiful babies.
Beautiful.
I say keep them coming.
Even
keep
frozen.
them coming. Even frozen?
Via frozen embryo.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, that's the way to do it these days.
Exactly. Okay. Well, this is all we have for you in terms of international entertainment news. Did you enjoy that?
I loved it.
Also, let's go over to something that he really loves even more. It's a very fashion Thursday here on Expresso. So as we visit Paris Fashion Week for the concluding shows of the Spring-Summer 2018 season, we're going to be taking a look at what happened in Milan and, of course, venturing to the City of Lights for a final trend report before we kick things into summer officially here in South Africa, and here to ensure that everyone at home has an opportunity to keep it all high fashion. We've got our fashion editor, Nick Strelitz, in the house. Are you excited? Did you love what you saw at Paris Fashion Week?
I did. I mean, you know me, every fashion week I'm like running around screaming with my head off. Just
exactly.
So excited.
So excited.
So excited.
Okay, cool. So last week we talked about Milan.
Yeah.
What are we talking about this morning?
Well, I think we always touch with fashion weeks on trends in actual pieces, whether it's dresses or trousers or fabrications. This time I want to talk about accents.
Okay.
So there's an accent of the season, and it's the ruffle.
Oh, no wonder. Guys, Nick dresses us. No wonder we were wearing
Is that
the
a
ruffles.
coincidence?
No, I think you
I did
planned
that.
it like this.
I did plan that. Yes, I did. You look amazing. So
Thank you
this
so much.
season, well, it's all about the accent in the ruffle. So we saw that in shows from Chanel to Giambattista Valli to Alexander McQueen. Quite a feminine frill, but paired down with boots, you can grunge it up, you can grunge it down. What I'm very excited about is how we saw the ruffle interpreted in street style.
Okay.
You know it's a trend when people are wearing the trend before they've seen it.
True
on the runway.
story.
So these are
Okay.
all people just wearing the ruffle before they've seen the shows.
Look at the skirt, look at the top.
Right?
Very nice.
And it's understated. The ruffle, I mean, it's been around since the 1500s. I don't know if people know that. Fun fact. So it has the connotation of being a bit outdated, but you can young it up, chic it up.
Wonderful. So how do we chic it up, and how do we add these trends that we see on the runways in terms of ruffles into our everyday wardrobe?
Yeah, well, I want to show you guys how you can take what you've seen in the catwalks in Paris straight to your closets here in South Africa.
Well, show us, darling.
I'm going to show you.
us.
Come on out.
Model number one.
So you've got Tumi. So it's all about the exaggerated ruffle sleeve.
Yeah.
Now Woolies is doing this perfectly for the spring-summer season. So we're doing lots of wide flared sleeve. The flared sleeve, harping back to the 70s, is in.
Very nice.
It's an understated ruffle, two-layered ruffle, and look at that sleeve. I mean, you're making a statement.
It's drama. It's
drama.
so much drama.
But
I
paired
love
with a
it.
track pants and trainers, and it's still casual enough to like
Very
roll
cool.
out.
Very
you know?
cool. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, model number two.
Number two.
I love that sleeve.
Who's gonna come around the door?
Ooh la la.
It's Wawa.
This is so beautiful and soft.
And soft, yeah. So florals, so it's got a ruffled sleeve, but if you're doing tonal, add in the ruffle as well to give it sort of a slight edge, a little drama. Again, we're seeing it all over sleeves from Woolworths Studio W edition this summer, paired with a deconstructed pant,
Very
heel,
cool. And that
a
little
cap.
sparkly cap, very, very nice.
I like tonal, and we're breaking up with the black bag, but the ruffle's still the eye catcher.
Very, very
Which I
nice.
love.
Let's take a look at our final model this morning.
So final model, we're actually talking makeup trends, Lee. So normally I don't touch on makeup, but I might be wearing some soon. So maybe this. So we've got the ruffle cold shoulder dress, but I want to focus more on the makeup trends which we saw in Paris. So we did two trends of note. We did the coral lip.
Yeah.
So it's goodbye to sort of soft nudes and soft pinks. We're doing sort of a lip that pops. And then look at the pink blush circulating from her cheekbone to the upper brow bone. So this is all about exaggerated. We're talking exaggerated colors, exaggerated blush, exaggerated lip. And she actually pulls it off, right? What do you think?
Very nice. I think she looks gorgeous.
Yeah, the pink's not too
With
much.
that choker as well, the lace choker.
The
is very
choker,
nice.
it's feminine. Again, these are pieces from Woolies. We're integrating, masculine edges with feminine staples, balancing it out for a perfect look.
Very, very nice. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Strelitz, for keeping us up to date with everything
You're
that's been
welcome.
happening. It's basically bringing Paris to our wardrobe. And of course, if you would like to know more fashion how-to advice, be sure to download the new Woolworths app. Just SMS the keyword app to 33728 if you are an iOS. And of course, if you are an Android user, then you need to SMS that word play to 33728, and we'll make sure that we keep you updated.
Well, as you just heard, we are talking about that Woolies app, and it is absolutely amazing. And we have a 500 Rand gift voucher that we're about to give away right now. Now, we've been running a very exciting competition on Expresso this week with Woolies, and it's now time to unveil the lucky winner. So the grand prize of the 500 Rand voucher can be spent on absolutely anything, whether it's food, beauty, or perhaps some of the Expresso presenters' favorite looks, like this cute little play suit that I'm wearing today, which is all available at Woolies, and you can find it all all on the app. And our winner for today is Matty Brown Joubert. So congratulations to you. That voucher is on its way to you. And let's take a look at the screenshot of her favorite Expresso presenter's wardrobe item that we got. I think that should be on your screen pretty soon. And it's pretty simple to enter. It is really, really cool. And of course, we won't just leave it there. If you would like to win as well, we've decided to roll out another competition so you can do just like Matty did. Now, all you have to do is head on over to your phone, download the app, and make sure that you scroll down all the way to the section that says As Seen on Expresso and Afternoon Express. You can scroll from right to left on the carousel and you can pick your favorite outfit. What you need to do is grab a screen grab of it and then head on over to our Facebook page, comment, and post that picture into the comment section of the competition post that we have. And if you need to know how to get the app, it's pretty simple. If you've got access to the App Store, simply SMS the keyword app to 33728. If you're an Android user, that keyword for you is play 33728.
Thank you so much, Zoe. Right now, jumping into the kitchen with a lovely Gabriela Esposito. Yes, now, of course, yesterday was our 7th birthday. Birthday celebrations were in full swing, but they continue today in the kitchen. So you are here to make us a little belated birthday cake.
Yes, indeed.
Hello, Gabby.
How are you?
I'm very well. Looking forward to our cinnamon and cardamom macaron cake.
Yes,
or
indeed.
macaron cake.
Yeah, however you fancy.
How do you say it?
Well, it's macaron.
Macaron.
Well, I'm sure the
Macaron?
French have a bit of a... But I'm not French, so I'm not going to try.
Okay. Anyway, so that's what we are making right now. It's absolutely delicious. The keyword right off the bat is cake. SMS that to 33728. We'll send you a link to the recipe and also include a link to the Woolies app that you can experience that as well. Right, let's start off.
So you get the lovely task of beating the egg whites because they need to become stiff.
So why didn't we just get a machine?
Because it was too loud and we had lactose by hand to get the work the muscles in the
And this
center.
isn't loud at all. Okay, but it's okay. I'll keep going with this.
So while you're doing that, I'm going to process our almonds and our icing sugar.
Okay.
It's very simple, just making a basic macaron mixture.
Okay, can you actually hear anything above this massive noise?
Well, it's getting there.
I'm going to keep going for a while, it looks like it. I don't know. Okay, cool. Meanwhile, you have in there...
So we're going to make another noise with this. Okay, and also, just stop for a seckie. Can you see it's becoming quite like peaky?
It's not where we want it though yet.
No, but it's like a nice consistency.
Okay.
So now I'm going to put half the sugar in, which will start helping you to make this much firmer. And I'm going to make extra noise now with our food processor.
Okay, you go for it. You go for it. We love it. Are you managing there?
You always do this for me. Oh, there we go.
Okay, you see, we should have swapped roles here. But it's okay, we'll get there.
So we're making this till it's fine.
Okay.
And when you have great food processors like these ones, then it goes a lot quicker.
Yeah. But look at that. Okay.
Hey.
Well done.
So all we've got here now is we're going to take this off.
I wish I had a machine.
Okay, now I can add the rest of my sugar.
Okay. There we go. So what essentially am I kind of doing?
Until it becomes like stiff peaks to make
Stiff
like
peaks.
you're making a meringue.
Wow. Okay. This is new respect for bakers all over the world. I feel your pain. But we're getting
That's
there.
looking good. That's looking good.
Yeah, it's not quite stiff peak yet. It's more meringue consistency right now. I don't know.
So all I'm doing now is I'm sifting my ground almonds and icing sugar.
Okay.
And our spices, obviously, which is our cardamom and cinnamon.
That's it.
So
Let me just take a
it's nice,
break
all
here
nice.
for a second. We are making this delicious cake. We have all the ingredients here, cardamom and cinnamon macaron cake. What you need to do is SMS the keyword cake to 33728. We'll send you a link to the recipe. It'll also be on our website, but in that SMS, you'll also receive a link to go and experience the brand new Woolies app. Is that it?
So usually you want it to be a little bit stiffer, but fortunately, we're not actually really worrying about if your macarons crack this time because you're making a massive macaron layer which goes in the center
So
of your
this is the
cake.
guy.
This is the massive macaron. So
That is it.
you're really not that concerned if it cracks. Like usually I'd be like, no, this needs to be harder. But because we don't really need to worry about it.
Okay, cool. So let's quickly just get through the steps to get to the final product.
Yeah, so all I'm doing is I'm folding this in.
Okay.
And then all we're going to do is we're going to pipe basically a massive macaron on our tray.
Okay.
That's all we're going to do.
That's this guy here.
And that you basically bake for a little bit longer because it's a massive macaron.
And here we have?
So we have our cardamom cinnamon sponge cake.
Okay.
And then all we do is that we sandwich it together.
All right,
so I'll
so-
actually do this in the meantime for you then.
You
Can I do a
show us
recap?
there that keyword once again. It is cake. SMS that to 33728. What do we have here?
So we have a macaron buttercream, actually.
All right.
Yes.
So I'll tell you what, so we're going to be finishing off this cake. Check it out on our social media page, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3, a little bit later on. It's going to be a delicious picture that will make you want to get this recipe. That keyword one more time is cake. SMS that to 33728. And then this layer
And that there. Yeah.
just goes
so your crunch
on top.
layer.
Bam. And there you have it. And once again, a little spread of that
Another
buttercream.
spread.
And so we go. Gabby, thank you very much for joining us this
pleasure.
morning.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
man.
keep going here.
And happy birthday to you as well.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, of course,
Thanks.
you're part of the family. Cake to 33728.
Clover Classic, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
Well, you've probably heard us talk the whole week now about a Guinness World Record that's trying to be broken by making the longest sandwich of 4 kilometers long.
Wow.
We've popped it on social media and we asked you, well, we told you all about it as it's all taking place this coming Saturday, the 7th of October. So we asked you and Justine says, pardon, did you say 4 kilometer long sandwich? Nompilo says, sounds like fun. I will surely check them out because these days I'm in love with sandwiches.
Wow.
And Irene De Beer also says, love it. Kid says sweet. So of course, I think everyone is super excited for this weekend's festivities.
Very cool. Well, this is what's happening this coming Saturday, the 7th of October at Maponya Mall in Soweto. Clover Cremonaise will attempt to set a new record for the world's longest line of sandwiches. Like Zoe said, a whopping 4 kilometers of sandwiches will be made with the help of food bloggers, celebrities, and even our very own Ewan Stratham is going to be there. So why don't you go along to this amazing event and find out which way the sandwich is cut. And of course, Clover Cremonaise will make an incredible world record attempt.
Cremonaise, creamy till the last drop. Made with love by Clover.
I'm definitely looking forward to that event. Maponya Mall in Soweto, that's where I'll be this coming Saturday. But we're going to be taking a very quick break right now. When we come back, we're back with these guys, Polisikar. Okay, there we go. Absolutely. Talking about their brand new album. Don't miss their performance. And it's Throwback Thursday as well. We take a look at the very first cable car to go up Table Mountain. Stick around for that.
Miskien dink jy vir jouself, ek's 'n produk, ek's 'n bemarkingsveld, tog ek's kommoditeit. Dis nie hoe ek my kinders wil grootmaak nie. Die middelklas is 'n buffer en ons moet eruit. Want die jonger mense bly nie lank honger nie. Die mal is in beheer van die malhuis geneem en hulle kom alle nader aan die kluis. In die donker is die blinde een koning. Mag onder koning maak, mag onder volgelinge en die koning bly nie lank op sy troon nie. Ek lê op die gras en luister Lucas Marie. Ek vermoed die hardwerk soos die weduwee se kry. Haar hart is seer want 'n man is dood en ek kan dit op my vinger stel. Vir my belangrik is ons doen nooit wat ons sê. Ons gaan nie nee. Wat maak ons nog hier? Hierdie plek is nie ons nie. Huis is waar jou mense is. My mense nie.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso only on SABC3. Man, time to pump it up a notch. Polisikar in the house. They are here representing their brand new album called Self-Medicasi. Man, it's about time, man. It's about time that it's dropping. We're going to talk about it right now. Here they are first with Parkie Bank, Herfst 2017.
Jy mag jouself dalk vind in die middel van die dag op 'n parkbank sit en dan dink jy, hoe bekostig hierdie mense hier Europese karre en palisale tot Toskaanse tronke? Jy mag dalk dink in 'n arm land is rykdom 'n skande, maar iemand is altyd ryker as almal anders. Jy mag dalk dink, maar net te dek in die middel van die dag op 'n parkbank kan sit en dan raak ek bly, want wat staan te doen en wie probeer ek beïndruk? En dan dink jy vir jouself, ek gaan nie meer 'n lewe lank werk nie, dat niks gaan doen nie, ek sal my nou gaan. Ons doen nooit wat ons sê, ons gaan nie nee. Wat maak ons nog hier? Hierdie plek is nie ons nie. Ek's bemarkingsveld, ek's kommoditeit. Dis nie hoe ek my kinders wil grootmaak nie. Die middelklasse vernoot bedryf. Van die honger mense bly nie laat honger. Die malle sit beheer van die malles geneem en hulle kom alle daar in die kluis. In die donker is die blinde een koning. Mag honger koning maak, mag honger volginge en die koning bly nie lang op sy troon nie. Ek lê op die gras en luister Lucas Maria. Ek vermoed die hardwerk soos die weduwee kry. Maar dan sê want 'n man is dood en ek het op my vinger stel wat vir my belangrik is. Ons doen nooit wat ons sê, ons gaan nie neer. Wat maak ons nog hier? Hierdie plek is nie ons nie. Huis is waar jou mense is, my mense het nie Duitsland nie. Ons doen nooit wat ons sê, ons gaan nie. Wat maak ons nog hier?
On your Thursday morning police car, nice rocking it out very, very early. I don't know how you guys do it this early, man. This is just crazy.
It's baie moeilik.
No, ek kan seker, but you guys do it so well. Let us know what you thought about that performance on our social media pages. Expresso Morning Show SABC3 is where it's at. They've got a brand new album out called Self-Medicasi, and also don't miss another performance live on Facebook after the show. It's going to be awesome. Right now, it's time for the news.
In die nasionale nuus, die moederstad se burgemeester Patricia de Lille het gister die stad se rampplan vir sy kritieke watertekort bekend gemaak. Ransonering gaan in fases deur middel van uitermate waterdrukverlaging toegepas word. Sy het inwoners aangemoedig om ten alle tye minstens 5 liter drinkwater beskikbaar te hê, aangesien onderbrekings in watertoevoer waarskynlik ongeskeduleerd in spitstye mag voorkom. Die stad Kaapstad meen sy watervoorsiening sal teen ongeveer Maart 2018 uitgeput wees, indien verbruik nie nou tot 500 miljoen liter per dag verminder word nie. President Jacob Zuma het gister op die nuut gestigte Groot Marico erfenisterrein in Noordwes-provinsie 'n monument ter ere van homself onthul. Dit staan op die plek waar hy in 51 Umkhonto we Sizwe rekrute in 1963 deur die apartheidpolisie aangekeer is onderwyl hulle na Botswana onderweg was om militêre opleiding te ondergaan. Die verrigtinge was deel van die bekendmaking van planne deur die provinsiale regering om werkskepping, toerisme en ekonomiese groei in die area 'n hupstoot te gee. Op die internasionale front, die Britse minister van Buitelandse Sake Boris Johnson is deur 'n vooraanstaande Libiese politieke aktivis en akademikus van uitermate ongevoeligheid beskuldig. Dit was nadat Johnson gesê die Libiese stad Sirte kan die volgende Dubai word wanneer die lyke verwyder is. Gouma Al-Gamati het gesê so 750 jong Libiërs het hulle lewe opgeoffer om die stad Sirte van die Islamitiese staat te bevry. Daarmee liewer het hulle die bevryding van die bedreiging van terrorisme nie net vir Libië nie, maar ook vir die res van die wêreld ook geslaan. En dan ten slotte Irakse magte het die dorp Hawija, een van die laaste vestings van die sogenaamde Islamitiese staat in Irak herower. Spesiale magte, polisie en paramilitêre krygers het die dorp bereik nadat hulle deur jihadiste linies in die weste gebars het bevelvoerders gesê. Die offensief het Hawija eergister vroeg begin, 2 dae na die herverowering van die Rashad lugmagbasis in die suide van Irak. Regeringsmagte het in die jongste tyd goeie oorwinnings teen ISIS gehad. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Let's take a final look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Ewan.
All right, thank you so much, Leanne. Let's quickly take a last look at your sport headlines for your Thursday morning. Starting it off with swimming news. South Africa's Chad Clem walked away with 2 gold medals at the FINA Swimming World Cup in Doha, Qatar last night. Now, up first, Clem just beat American Tom Shields to the 200-meter butterfly gold before taking the 50-meter freestyle in an impressive time of 22 seconds and 45 milliseconds. Now, there was more success from Team South Africa on the night as Cameron van der Berg claimed gold in the 50-meter breaststroke. Then cricket news, the Proteas squad for their upcoming ODI series against Bangladesh was announced yesterday, which sees Dane Patterson as the only new cap in the side. Now, Patterson has already represented the country in the shortest format of the game, taking 5 wickets in 4 T20 matches played. Now, while the second test between the Proteas and Bangladesh starts tomorrow, the 3-match ODI series gets underway next week, Sunday. And Kevin Anderson's run at the Japan Open came to an end yesterday as he fell to American Ryan Harrison in the round of 16. Now, despite the South African landing 24 aces, it proved not to be enough as Harrison pulled off the 6-3, 1-6, 7-6 victory. In other results from Japan, David Goffin earned a 2-love win over Feliciano Lopez. Bernard Tomic lost to Diego Schwartzman, while Marin Cilic beat Yasutaka Uchiyama in straight sets. And lastly, the penultimate round of European 2018 World Cup qualifying takes place today as England welcomes Slovenia to the Wembley Stadium. Now, after 6 wins and 2 draws, England currently top of Group F, while Slovenia lie in third, 6 points behind the leaders. And also in World Cup qualifying action tonight, Poland travel to Armenia, San Marino welcome Malta, while Germany tackle Northern Ireland. And that's a wrap of your sports on your Thursday morning.
Well, let's take one final look at your traffic. We start off in Gauteng and Woodmead. Now, there's been an accident on the M1 northbound between Marlborough Drive and Woodmead Drive. Traffic is queuing in both directions. And moving to the Western Cape and Lansdowne on the M5 northbound, traffic is heavy between Racecourse and the N2 highway. Well, that's a wrap on your roads on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Zoe. Let's quickly take a last look at your weather for your Thursday morning. And according to the South African Weather Service, severe thunderstorms with heavy downpours and very, very strong winds are expected throughout the course of the week in the Western and Northern Cape provinces. And that's now up until Saturday, with temperatures said to be warming up from Sunday onwards. Ons kyk vinnig vir die laaste keertjie na jou temperature. Polokwane begin op 15 grade minimum en 'n maksimum van 27. Mbombela 16, 23, Pretoria 14 en 'n maksimum 22. Johannesburg 12-17 met donderstorms wat verwag kan word. Mahikeng 13-22, Klerksdorp 11-17, Kimberley 8 en 'n maksimum van 19. Bloemfontein 5-18, Richards Bay 17-20, Pietermaritzburg on 12 minimum with the maximum 14, Durban 16-19, Mthatha 9-15, East London 10-15, Cradock starting off on 4 degrees minimum with the maximum 16, Port Elizabeth 10-18, George 8-17, Sutherland starting off on a cold -1, heating up to a minimum 4 or maximum 14, Cape Town 9-17, Worcester 3-20, Springbok 4-18 and Uppington on 7 minimum with a maximum of 21 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show for your Thursday morning.
Spend 400 Rand or more at BP. Swipe your Avios card and you could win big. Make your dream holiday a reality with #BP Fuel My Festive.
Well, BP is giving away 300,000 Avios points to 21 lucky South Africans every week in their Fuel My Festive competition. Now, to become an Avios member, all you need to do is collect a card from any BP nationwide and activate it online at avios.com. Now, this week we also have been asking you, how would you use 300,000 points on a dream holiday? And this is what you had to say. So taking a look at social media, Michelle van Carvel says she's been dreaming of a white Christmas and would spend Christmas in London with her siblings. Then Beverly Ulofse says from Cape Town, having never been there, she would visit her sister and family down under in Australia. And then Rehana David says also from Cape Town, she would love to go to Mauritius, but if she had to win, she would first send her mom on a deserving holiday anywhere she wants to go. Absolutely love all of those suggestions, and continue to visit the Expresso Facebook page and let us know what your dream dream holiday and destination is. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget to swipe your Avios card when you fill up with 400 Rand or more at any participating BP, and you will automatically be entered into the BP Fuel My Festive competition and also stand a chance to win a dream holiday. But for more info and all those T's and C's, visit expressoshow.com or bp.co.za.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, it is Throwback Thursday, and we are looking back at the very first cable car. And then, of course, when it comes to our pets, we need to learn how to manage pet obesity, if that's something that you're currently dealing with. All that and more on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
What's your dream holiday? The call of the wild at a game lodge or living it up among the bright lights of a big city? Well, make that dream holiday a reality with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive, and you could win one of 21 dream holidays every week from 2 October until 15 December. All you have to do is visit a BP fuel station, spend 400 Rand or more and swipe your Avios card. You can get your Avios card for free at BP and swipe to enter the greatest festive competition. Hashtag BP Fuel My Festive.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to Expresso here on SABC3, your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Time for a little bit of a throwback. Now, on the 4th of October in 1929, one of the world's biggest tourist attractions in beautiful Cape Town was inaugurated. We're talking about none other than the Table Mountain Cableway. Now, this attraction makes tourists and residents, it takes them to new heights as you soar above the clouds and are amazed at the wonders of this beautiful city.
Well, in 1929, the Cableway was, the official ceremony was opened by the mayor of Cape Town and was attended by about 200 people. And I have a feeling that that number would have been a lot bigger had it happened recently.
Absolutely. Well, in 1912, the Cape Town City Council commissioned an engineer to discover options of modes of public transport to get to the top of the majestic mountain. Now, one engineer proposed the idea of a cableway, and within 2 years and 60,000 pounds later, it was complete.
Absolutely incredible. And the cable car was also able to ascend the mountain in under 10 minutes. It carried 19 passengers at a time with a conductor, and the cableway has since been upgraded 3 times, in 1958, in 1974, and more recently in 1997. And the cars now have revolving floors called rotés, and those were all introduced.
Very cool. And then one more amazing fact is that so far 25 million people have been transported to the summit of Table Mountain via this amazing cable car and the cableway. So it's been very, very exciting. It's definitely something, if you haven't done it yet, you need to do yourself a favor and you have to have that experience. It's absolutely amazing.
You have to. Well, that was our Throwback Thursday for you on this Thursday morning. Head on over to our social media pages and let us know what you think.
Thank you, ladies. So from our beautiful mountain, now we shine the spotlight on our beautiful animals at that. Now, last night, Cape Town hosted the 2017 Tusk Conservation Awards. Now, it's one of the highest accolades in the field of conservation on the African continent, and it recognizes extraordinary people whose work goes largely unnoticed. Now, this morning, we are honored to be joined by the CEO of Tusk, Charlie Mayhew, along with the recipients of the prestigious Prince William Award for Conservation, Rian Labuschagne. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, lovely to have you. I see you've gotten well acquainted with our pups as well. So we are heading into the wild right now. Charlie, let's start with you. Let's talk about Tusk as an organization. Exactly who are you guys and what work do you do across the African continent?
So we're a British-based conservation organization that supports a wide portfolio of conservation initiatives right across the continent of Africa. We currently support about 60 programs across 21 countries, including here in South Africa. And we were delighted to bring our Conservation Awards here to Cape Town. It was an initiative we set up 5 years ago with Prince William, our patron.
Fantastic, fantastic. And I mean, the work that you guys are doing, just based on some of the visuals we've just seen, is phenomenal. Now, Rian, you were the recipient of the Prince William Conservation Award, which is a Lifetime Achievement Award as well. I mean, what does this award mean to you and your respective field?
Well, it's firstly a big honor to receive it after so many years, and you work in places that nobody really visit. I think the big thing is just to think back on your teams and the people you've worked with, and to go back and actually give feedback to that and make them part of it is for me a very big thing, to say it was all worth it and that somebody out there is actually looking at what you're doing.
Yeah, and taking notice. And I mean, you've seen the best and the worst of situations out there, I'm sure, throughout your career. So I can only imagine what this award means to you. Now, Charlie, what is it about Ryan's journey that really stood out for you, enabling him to win this award at the end?
Well, as judges, we sift through a lot of nominations that come to us for these awards. And for the Lifetime Achievement Award, what we're really looking for is someone exceptional who has really had a huge impact in their particular field. And in Rian's case, he's not only worked in just one place, he's managed to turn around the conservation of a number of areas. Malawi in particular, in the Serengeti in Tanzania, and really most notably in Zukuma in Chad. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't have no idea where that is.
Yeah.
And the impact that Rian and his teams have had in really managing to protect these extraordinary places which are so valuable to Africa is really what we were recognizing last night.
Oh, that is fantastic. We're going to get into, what went down on the awards evening itself, and also continue talking about our beautiful rhinos and elephants right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Into the Wild. If you have any wildlife-related questions that you would like to ask our gentlemen, you can call us 021 431 9881. That's the number.
Now, while we are working on our summer bodies, we might not realize the health risks facing our pets if they are overweight. Now, October is Pet Obesity Month, so we're shining the spotlight on the Hills Pet Slimmer program, which has helped pets and their owners better understand how to achieve and maintain a healthy weight and to restore dogs to a more energetic and happier way of living.
2-year-old English Bulldog Bella has been slimming down for the past few months as part of the Hills Pet Slimmers program at Buckenkop Animal Clinic, which is run by Sister Cindy Dupree.
Bella is a very lovable bulldog. I know Bella loves snacks, so I warned the owner from the beginning she might pick up weight easily. We have to monitor what she eats. At the point where she's over a year old, we have to really focus to feed her a weight loss diet, and the owners are really trying hard now.
Bella still has about 5 kilos to lose, but the benefits are already showing.
We can already see a difference in Bella's behavior, not just a bit in the waist, but she's running more freely. And with the help of Sister Cindy, we're definitely going to reach the milestone that we've set.
Many pet owners love giving their pets snacks off the table, and they often say to me, but it's only a small piece of boerewors or a small piece of rusk or whatever.
Rex and Levi are miniature Dachshunds, but their appetites and midriffs weren't so many.
Levi was supposed to be a miniature, but with him and Rex sharing food, he also got a bit overweight, and we also included him in Cindy's diet program.
Rex is a very sweet Dachshund. He joined the program about a year ago together with Levi. When the owner came to see me initially, he was very overweight. He wasn't as active, he didn't walk as much, he didn't always wag his tail. Whereas now, a year later, he's lost 36% of his body weight, 14 centimeters around his chest and 17 around his waist. That's amazing for the size that he is. And he's so much more energetic now. He loves coming to the clinic. He can't wait to climb onto the scale. So we're definitely getting there. He still has a little bit of a way to go, but we're getting there. Levi also joined the clinic with Rex. He's just a little bit less disciplined, so he loves eating and he's a little bit less energetic. So it's taking him a little longer than Rex.
And petite girls Daisy and Abigail are pampered princesses, but it was too much of a good thing.
Daisy's not always had a weight problem. I first noticed Daisy was putting on weight when her tummy was larger than when I first got her. So I didn't want her to get too overweight, so I went on the metabolic pellets.
Daisy and Abigail came to see me last year, November. In the beginning, it was quite hard. They had snacks during the night. They had food available the whole day, whereas now they get their portions of food in the morning and in the evening, and they have smaller portions of treats. Abigail and Daisy are really close to the end of their target weight. Daisy, I think if she sticks to the program and feeds exactly what she needs to and try and limit snacks and that, she'll be at target weight in the next month, whereas Abigail might take 3 to 4 months.
Some of the changes I've noticed in Daisy is that she's much more active. She actually plays a lot more with Abigail, and she's a happier dog.
To know if your pet's overweight, we actually have an easy technique we use in the clinic to determine. It's called body condition scoring. If you look at a pet, you should be able to see a visible waistline from the top and the side, an abdominal tuck, smooth contours over the body, in other words, no obvious fat deposits, and muscle definition. So if you can easily feel the pet's bones with only a small layer of fat, then the pet is at ideal weight. If you cannot feel the bones, then they are overweight. But if you can feel and see the bones, then they are underweight. Pet owners can keep their pets slim and trim by keeping them active, by limiting table food, by measuring out their daily food allowance in conjunction with healthy pet treats, and most importantly to actually feed them the correct diet. The Hills metabolic diet, it's not just a weight loss diet, but it's also a maintenance diet. So even if the pet's at ideal weight and you just want to make sure they stay there, you can still feed them this diet. 9 out of 10 pet owners mistakenly think their pet size is normal even when they are overweight. So it's definitely advisable for pet owners to take their pets to a professional so they can examine them, tell them exactly how much they should weigh, and give them advice on how to get them at ideal weight. And this is where I can definitely recommend the Hills metabolic diet and pet slimmer program for any pet that is overweight. With this program, we'll help you with advice, feeding guidelines, and regular weigh-ins to monitor your pet's progress. We all want to see our pets as happy and healthy for as long as possible.
We are back to your Into the Wild segment here on Expresso, and hanging out with Charlie, the CEO of Tusk, and also Rian, who accepted the Prince William Award for Conservation, which is a Lifetime Achievement Award for his efforts in conservation this morning. So give us a call, 021 430 9881, if you have any questions or answers or maybe comments around conservation with our beautiful animals. So thank you once again, gentlemen, for joining us this morning. So I just want to quickly touch on, we spoke about the Tusk Awards that took place last night. Some significant figures were involved. Graça Michel, Evie de Klerk was there, Desmond Tutu as well. What does this mean for you as an organisation?
Oh, it's fantastic to have 3 of Africa's sort of preeminent characters attend this event, and to express their own support for not only the work of Tusk and that we're doing, but more importantly, actually, for support for people like Rianne and the finalists. And they were just so gracious in attending the event and participating. We were thrilled to have them there.
Of course, and all three of them, obviously, huge love for South Africa and, the wildlife they're in as well. Rianne, let's focus on your actual work for a second here. You reintroduced the black rhino in Malawi at the Liwonde National Park in the 90s. So, firstly, how did you go about doing that? Is it quite a process or an involved process?
It is quite a process if you think that how endangered, especially the black rhino, the people that have these rhinos, the donors, are very critical on where they will send the rhino. So you have to do a lot of preparation insofar as security, preparing the land to receive the rhinos. And then, of course, logistically, it's to immobilize, put in a crate, transport by air, land at the place, transport again, release, and then hope it all goes well in the place you release it. So it's a very big operation, and a very big teamwork to get it done.
I think the majority of people only think about, if you reintroduce something to the wild, it's basically just there, go and do your thing. But there's so much that happens behind the scenes. Charlie, where does the world currently stand in terms of numbers when we look at the black rhino?
Well, the black rhino, unfortunately, its population has declined dramatically over the last few decades, and it now stands at around about 5,000 individuals across the continent. South Africa, of course, is fortunate to have a pretty healthy population of white rhino, but even the white rhino's overall population only stands at just over 20,000. We're not talking about a lot of animals here.
It's not a lot, man. If you take a look at it as a global perspective.
Absolutely, and the poaching crisis is still really impacting on these populations. I mean, South Africa has been losing up to 3 rhino a day. So it's all been fueled by demand from the Far East for rhino horn, and it's been exploited by international criminal syndicates are exploiting this trade. Illegal trade. So, a lot of the work that our partners in the field are doing on the front line is to protect these species, but as Tusk, we are also working to try and shut down and close down the demand side in places like the Far East.
And you can just get a sense of why an achievement like the Prince William Award is such a huge kind of recognition for the work that Rianne, that you are doing as well. We're going to continue talking about our beautiful animals in just a bit with Into the Wild. Once again, if you have any questions or comments, 021 430 9881, that's our number.
Thank you so much, Ewan. Well, we continue to go into the wild after the break, and we're talking about how to bring an end to poaching.
That's right. We're continuing on that note, also bringing you more information on the Don't Let Them Disappear campaign. We're bringing you that and a whole lot more after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso only on SABC3. Hope you're enjoying this Thursday morning with us. And I'm so happy to be shining the spotlight on our beautiful rhinos and elephants this morning. We have Charlie from Tusk with us and also Rian, the recipient of the Prince William Award for Conservation, which is a Lifetime Achievement Award. It's a fantastic, I think, achievement in his field of work as well. So Rian, you are currently stationed in Zakuma National Park, and that's, where exactly is that? In Chad?
Zakuma is in Chad, Central Africa. It's a landlocked country. And Zakuma, the park is on the eastern boundary, close to CAR and the Sudan.
Okay, now I know that obviously their poaching is a big issue. This is what we are talking about. But you've managed to drastically cut down the poaching of elephants. So what kind of measures did you put in place to kind of make this happen?
I think the first thing, or the biggest thing, we basically overhauled the whole anti-poaching or security system completely to put a new thing in place, that there's a new thinking and, of course, catching the other side a bit off guard. But what we've done is to put satellite collars on the main herds and then start to track them from a control room. And then from there, we direct our patrols. We have 2 aircraft there around these elephants to make sure the right people at the right place at the right time. And I think another very big thing is the training and building up morale with the guards and doing this all year round. Where, if you understand Zakuma a little bit, it's 6 very wet months when everything is flooded, 6 very dry months. And in the past, the management would have pulled out in the 6 very wet months. And what we have put in place is that we stayed there all time and then operated with small aircraft to make sure we could get to the animals.
And it's a massive operation. We were talking just off air now, Charlie, about the fact that this is actually a fully fledged war going on, especially in areas like Chad. I mean, how bad is the situation really up there?
Well, the poaching crisis that has swept across Africa has really accounted for, the decimation of the continent's elephant population in places not just like Chad, but it's also in the DRC, Tanzania, Mozambique. Have all suffered huge losses in elephants, due to the ivory trade. But there is progress, and the interesting is, I don't know if you're aware that China announced at the beginning of this year that they're going to close down its own domestic trade in ivory, and that's a massive step that 3 or 4 years ago, none of us would have believed that was going to be possible. So there is progress on this, and so I think it's very important that we remain positive. That the work that people like Rian are doing, and the rangers that he's got in the field are really holding the line as best they can. But it is a war. There are over 1,000 rangers have been killed, lost their lives in this battle. And Rian has had first-hand experience of that.
We'll talk about that in just a bit. That's serious. Like, I didn't know it is that bad, a fully fledged war. But we would love to have your calls, 021 430 9881. One more chat with these gentlemen coming up.
Well, we recently caught up with Dr. Paula, CEO of Wildlife Direct, and one of Africa's best-known conservationists when it comes to one of Africa's most loved animals, the elephant.
Now, they have started a campaign which is called #Don't Let Them Disappear, and it's all about addressing the scourge of elephant poaching. The African elephant is the largest land mammal on the planet and a beautiful symbol of our continent's proud heritage. To ensure future generations can see these creatures continue to thrive, passionate individuals like Dr. Paula Kahumbu work tirelessly to conserve elephants in the wild.
Wildlife Direct is a Kenyan-based conservation organization, and we champion wildlife causes here in Africa. For example, trying to stop the poaching of elephants or rhinos, for that matter. We really feel that the protection of these magnificent African species is the role and responsibility of every African. So we work to change hearts and minds, to win over the general public. Every ordinary African should be visiting our parks and really spending time with these animals. And we also campaign to change our laws. Most of our African laws are inadequate to protect these species in the wild, especially against traffickers and these criminal cartels who are selling ivory, rhino horn and other products.
Awareness and education are a critical component of Wildlife Direct's work to create public engagement in conservation.
Wildlife Director's done several campaigns. I'll talk mainly about the elephant campaign because that's really what is the main issue on our mind right now. Elephants are being slaughtered at a rate of 1 every 15 minutes. And at that rate, African elephants are declining at a rate of 8% per year, and we could lose them within our lifetime. So our campaign really is to stop the slaughter. The campaign hashtag is "Don't let them disappear." So we really are seeking to stop the ivory trade, stop the sale of ivory from Africa and the killing of elephants here on the continent. And we work with many organizations. We also work with Amarula here in South Africa to raise the profile of this campaign to a global level. The first ever rhino horn auction took place here in South Africa, and it didn't result in as much interest from buyers as some people thought it would. I think it reflects on two things. First, there's been a lot of campaigning globally to educate people who use rhino horn that it doesn't actually have medicinal value. So the second reason why I think the rhino horn auction didn't take off as well as some people thought is because this horn is only being sold into the South African market. And Africans don't use rhino horn. We don't have any traditions of medicinal properties or carvings out of rhino horn. So poaching of elephants across the African continent has risen very rapidly just in the last 4 or 5 years. And it has a lot to do with the one-off sales of ivory that took place. The first sale took place in 2002 to Japan. That didn't have a huge impact, but the second sale in 2009 triggered a massive escalation in poaching. And I think that there are many reasons why, but primarily it's because it triggered demand for ivory in China. Ivory is a very unique product that only elephants produce, and before them the mammoths and the mastodons. It is actually their teeth, and it's not the canines, which is what it looks like. It's actually their incisors, their 2 front teeth, which are modified, and they're produced in a way that creates a spiral laying down of dentine, and that's what gives it the beautiful appearance. If you cut it cross-sectionally, you'll see these lines which look like a cross-hatched line. They call them the Schrager lines. So this makes ivory strong in all dimensions, unlike any other bone.
In Kenya, campaigns strongly supported by the government have helped elephant poaching decline by 80% and preserved countless elephants who play a vital role in ecosystems.
These animals are engineers of ecosystems. They eat so much food, they bulldoze down bushes, and they create opportunities for other plants and animals to live. And many species will not germinate unless their seeds have gone through a gut of an elephant. So you can see immediately we lose elephants, we also lose many other species, and other species that depend on those species. So there is a kind of a knock-on effect, and that's why we call them keystone species. There are so many things that people can do to help save elephants. I think that you don't have to be a biologist like me. You don't have to go and do a PhD and spend 7 years out in the forest with elephants. You could be an artist. You could actually create awareness through music, through drawings, through theatre. So there are loads of ways that individuals can participate in helping to save elephants just purely by contributing to raising that awareness. Of course, you have to learn about it, and there are lots of websites with information about elephants and why we should do this. If an elephant can't inspire people to save the species, then it'll be really hard to save the mice and the birds and all the other species which we may not be able to relate to as easily.
We don't want a world where elephants no longer exist, so let's do our part to protect these majestic symbols of Africa.
Ah, man, these are beautiful, beautiful animals. We were just talking now how incredibly intelligent they are. They are fascinating animals indeed, and we need to look after them. And this is why this gentleman here this morning, Charlie and Rian. Rian, we spoke a little bit about poaching ahead of the break just now, but you have physically been out there in the field. You know exactly how bad it is. Have you ever been in a situation where you literally feared for your life? Because we know, I mean, thousands of rangers lost due to poaching.
Yes, there's been times, especially we use aircraft a lot, and if you start to engage with elephant poachers that surround elephant herd, of course from the air you try to deter them, and with the shooting that happens there, if there's one bullet go the wrong way there, you are all gone. So I've been in situations like that. Luckily, it happens so quick, and it's such adrenaline going at that time that you don't think too much about it. But later that night, it does hit you.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, it's not the ideal position for a human being to be in. You put it into perspective for us a little bit earlier on. I mean, in terms of the amount of rangers out there lost to poaching compared to, I don't know, your policemen. I mean, what are we looking at?
Well, the statistics are horrific, and over 1,000 rangers have lost their lives, in the last decade, on the front line of the poaching epidemic that has been sweeping across the continent of Africa, and some of the places that Rianne's worked in, and other places where Tusk is invested, there have been huge losses, and. Just to put it in some perspective, it is, there are more rangers that have been lost than British and American servicemen, in Afghanistan and places like that. So that helps to put it in some
Absolutely, but this calls on, a large effort. I mean, organizations like you are kind of pioneering, the conservation efforts, but what, in your opinion, should we as general citizens be doing to support the kind of work that you are doing and look after our heritage?
Well, I think that that one of my biggest concerns is that the human population across the world, not just here in Africa, is becoming increasingly urbanized, and we are losing our own connection with the natural world. And so I would urge people to get out into the bush here and really see how incredibly fortunate Africa is in having this unique natural heritage. It's an incredible economic asset, let alone a natural asset. And we need to implore our politicians to really raise the protection of Africa's wild habitat, wild places, wildlife, raise it up the political agenda. It would be just too awful if we were the generation that stood by and allowed these majestic, iconic species to disappear on our watch, and that's because that's what's happening.
That's what's happening. Charlie, Rian, thank you very much for joining us this morning. I mean, just giving us an insight into the situation we are dealing with. And once again, Rian, congratulations with that Prince William Award for Conservation, man. I really appreciate your efforts, and continue doing so. And also educate those around you. That's what it all comes down to. Educate, get the young ones out there in the field, learn about these beautiful animals, because they are just phenomenal. And once again, we stress that we just need to make sure to look after what we call our South African and African heritage as well.
Thank you so much, Ewan. Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, look at this familiar face from the afternoons. We're going to be cooking on great discounts after the break.
And speaking of discounts, we're also going to be cutting out carbs as we make a spinach noodle and chicken breast something. We'll see you after the break.
Something.
Dreaming of prizes, fame, and fortune? It's now your chance of a lifetime to join your favorite celebrities in paradise and become famous like them on Tropica Island of Treasure, Maldives. Plus, a chance to win a shared smooth 1 million rand. Buy Tropica, enter, and come to the auditions on Saturday the 30th of September at Cavendish Square, Cape Town, 7th of October at Gateway, Durban, or 14th of October at The Zone, Johannesburg. Grab a Tropica for details. There's nothing smoother.
the Expresso here on SABC3, your feel-good breakfast show. Now, if you've been taking our advice over the last few weeks and have already downloaded the awesome Woolworths app, then you'll know about all of the amazing savings that you have access to. If you haven't yet downloaded it, then go do so now, because someone who's loving and making the most of his app is Chef Clem, and he's here to share a tasty recipe as well as some tips for making the most out of your Woolworths vouchers. Chef Clem, how are you, darling? This is early for you, though, right?
It is. I'm normally like still sleeping by now.
An afternoon guy.
Yeah, kind of.
But it's so good to have you here. Like, listen, I know that you've become an expert when it comes to your Woolworths app. I've recently just downloaded mine, so I'm going to need some tips on how to make the best optimal use of my app.
And I think the biggest saving, and especially for me, it's the food vouchers.
Yes, of course.
I mean, I've just been like using my food vouchers like it's Christmas.
Yeah.
We've got to start saving for Christmas as well. Exactly. So
I love it.
You know how to get the app though. We all know by now. So if you're on Android, super easy. You just SMS play to 33728, and if you're on iPhone, it's app to 33728.
Nice.
And it's that easy. You get the
link.
So easy. You get the link, you download it, and then you just link it to your rewards card or your store card, and you're winning.
Wonderful. I love winning. So once we have the app, how do we go about making use of the vouchers that are on the app? Because that's what this is all about.
You see me smiling.
I see you
Those
smiling.
Vouchers.
Smile, honey.
All right. So you get the app on your phone, on your tablet. Obviously, on your phone is going to be easier walking into store, right?
Yeah.
Then all you got to do, you're going to get either your rewards card.
I love that it's just there. Easy access.
But it always is.
Yeah.
Always. Okay, rewards card. And this guy is free, so you have no reason not to have it anyway. Or your Woolies card.
Yeah.
So you show them the voucher, they scan it, they swipe your card, done.
Easy peasy.
Exactly.
I love it. Now, the nice thing about what we're doing this morning is that Chef Clem bought all of the ingredients here this morning using his vouchers that were on the app. And what I love about it is you also managed to get these chicken breasts, which you are going to be using for a recipe that you're making for us this morning, right?
Exactly. And I'm kind of liking your set so much. I'm thinking about coming back tomorrow and doing another recipe.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
You're so welcome.
So exactly. So if you look at everything over here, this is exactly what I bought on the Woolies voucher, right? My total savings are 242 Rand just using the vouchers.
Are you kidding me?
Do you know why?
Why?
I also got this fancy shirt.
Oh, which is a very good color on you.
Thank you. It's blue. It's blue. Blue is everything. So as you can see, I've gone with I used all my vouchers, like the 6 Rand off my strawberries.
Yeah?
Yeah, and 7.50 off my salted butter.
Wow.
Why are we not using it? It's free.
Listen, every little bit helps at the end of the day.
It does.
Oh, wonderful. Well, before we get into some cooking, we have to tell you that if you haven't yet downloaded the app, you have to do so now for all of these amazing voucher savings. And once you've downloaded, the winning continues with a fantastic competition in partnership with Woolworths. Now, the grand prize is a 500 Rand Woolworths gift voucher to spend as you see fit. So get on the mobile device right now and download the new Woolworths app. Once on the app, scroll to the As Seen on Expresso and Afternoon Express fashion carousel, and by swiping either right or left, choose your favorite item from this week's presenter wardrobe. Once chosen, take a screenshot of the item that you most like and then post that screenshot as a reply on the competition on our Expresso Show Facebook page. And of course, that's as easy as it is. That's how you get in on all of the amazing winnings and savings. Make sure that you download that app and go and check out the presenter wardrobe. And of course, after the break, we're going to be making a wonderful recipe that's got all of these ingredients that Chef Clem actually happened to get on the app as well. And of course, taking us through all of the amazing features of the app. Well, so much more to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Stay tuned for some really good food.
Looking forward to that. Thank you, Leanne. But we know that you love tuning into Winner Home and Afternoon Express. Now, due to the cricket broadcast on SABC3, you can enjoy Winner Home today. Now, the design duos will be revealing their spectacular kitchens, and it's anyone's guess which design has all the right flavors and which might be a little bland for the judges' discerning palates.
Watch Winner Home on Afternoon Express and follow 3 talented design duos as they transform 3 empty houses into fully decorated luxury homes, one of which you could win.
We'll be bringing you Winner Home one day early on Thursday, the 5th of October. So tune in for double the drama, double the design, and double the action exclusively on SABC3 at 4 p.m.
Fridges aren't in, cupboard doors aren't on. You guys are nowhere near done. Danilo scares me more than the judges, like honestly speaking.
So remember, we'll see you at 4 p.m. on SABC3 on Thursday, the 5th of October for those kitchen reveals.
Everyone will be saying, "What the fridge?"
Don't miss Winner Home on Afternoon Express. The stage is yours.
So see the exciting reveals on Win a Home on Afternoon Express, brought to you by Private Property, where you can follow the journey of 3 competing design duos as they decorate 3 homes, 1 room at a time. Now, if you vote for your favorite design duo, you stand a chance of winning the grand prize worth 3 million rand, your choice of one of the 3 completed homes at the Eye of Africa Golf and Residential Estate, as decorated by the design contestants, with finishes by Plascon and Caesarstone and Premier Appliances by Grundig. You are also automatically entered for the bi-weekly giveaway, and the latest prize is a Grundig black glass door combi fridge valued at 8,999 rand. So visit privateproperty.co.za and get your entries in and win big. Now, just to remember that this week Win a Home will be coming to you Thursday afternoon. That's this afternoon instead of Friday, due to the cricket.
This is your chance to win the home you've always dreamed of. SA's favorite interior design reality competition, Win a Home, sees 3 design duos transform empty spaces into lavish homes, and one of them could be yours. To enter, visit privateproperty.co.za and vote for your favorite design duo. Put yourself in line to win amazing prizes in the bi-weekly draw and automatically be entered for a chance to win the grand prize, your choice of one of 3 fully designed homes in the Eye of Africa Golf and Residential Estate in the south of Joburg. The finished property will include luxurious finishes by Plascon and Caesarstone, as well as premier home appliances by Grundig, with a total prize value of more than 3 million rand. Competition details plus T's and C's can be found on the Private Property website. Watch the breathtaking properties come to life as the design drama unfolds, and stand a chance to win the biggest prize on South African television, your very own dream home.
Well, we are back to our kitchen this morning. We're making a delicious carb clever spinach noodle and lemon chicken dish. And of course, to help us do that is the one, the only Chef Clem from Afternoon Express. So good to have you here. Just to recap, in case anybody needs to know, Chef Clem bought all of these ingredients off of the vouchers that he got on the Woolies app that you need to download, and we'll give you the details on how to download that a little bit later on. But of course, you've got your cards here, which you always keep super handy.
I do, because I use it all the time. Exactly.
I love it. It just makes the process so much easier. Cool. Wonderful.
So let's get started on, as Zoe called it, the something.
The something.
The something. So super easy. I've taken on this Woolies 7-week health challenge.
Oh, look at
and
you.
it's all about making changes and just making smart food choices.
Because summer is coming.
Because summer,
yes.
Exactly. So a little bit of oil, just a little bit, and here's the first tip. Use a brush to spray the oil, so you actually end up using less oil.
Wow, I love that.
Look at that, look at that. That's going to go down into a hot griddle pan. Griddle pans are great because they get super hot.
Yeah.
So you're cooking your chicken breast in less time than normal, so it's not going to dry out. Because what's worse than a dry chicken breast?
And I just love the griddle lines as well
me
when
too.
the chicken's done.
Oh, look at that smoke. Okay, cool.
Ooh,
there we go.
gorgeous.
So, next thing, we'll talk about those carb clever noodles.
Yeah.
They're carb clever because the normal noodles made out of wheat and flour.
Yeah.
This one, cauliflower and spinach.
Stop it.
And it tastes so good.
Really?
So let's get started. I like hot food, okay? I don't know about you.
Hot as in?
Spicy.
Oh, okay, nice.
Okay. And
Add some
do you
spice
mind?
to your life. I love spice.
Okay.
I really do.
So a little fine chop on some chili.
Yeah.
You gotta I feel like adding chili to food just brings the dish alive. Especially if you're kind of eating more carb conscious or like just be more conscious about food, you want to have big bold flavors. You don't want to feel like you're lacking anything.
Yeah.
So I got
your
these.
taste buds need to dance.
Yeah, I mean, you can also dance well. I mean, that's also a great way to work off the dish, don't you think?
I love
cool.
it.
So our funky green noodles. In with some chili.
Nice.
And then some toasted sesame seeds. These guys are great. Great crunch.
Nice.
That's going in there, just like that. And if I can ask you to give that a toss, there's a fork over there.
All right.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to make a very simple dressing.
All right.
So, a little bit of honey, just a little bit for sweetness.
Yep.
Honey's great because you actually don't need a lot of it to get the flavor out of it. You just want that that slight
Just
sweetness there.
something, yeah.
Black pepper.
There we
I
go.
love black pepper. And then I got some lime.
Oh, we all love a little bit of lime. Keyword this morning for our delicious lemon chicken and carb clever noodles this morning is chicken. If you SMS the word chicken to 33728, we'll send you your ingredients list and the link to the recipe, and also add it in that we'll send you a link to the new Woolworths app as well, just to make this entire process a lot easier. You'll find this recipe on the app as well as the vouchers, and you can save tons and tons of money. Chef Clem, you said you saved over 200 Rand using your vouchers on the Woolworths app for this meal. Very cool.
It is very cool. So, these little fancy guys, petit pois.
Petit pois?
It's baby peas. Baby peas, basically.
Does it taste good? Can I taste it?
They taste so good. I love them
Like
raw
sweet?
as well.
All right.
So good.
All right, I'm going.
Go for it. How good?
Yum, yum. That could be a snack as well.
It is.
Very nice.
There we go. This amazing dressing has got, I didn't add any oil to it, so it's got the extra balsamic vinegar. That's the one thing you didn't see me put in.
Okay.
Just to finish it off. Just like that.
It's looking good.
And just because we haven't added any extra oil, we don't have any extra chicken fat.
Should I mix again?
You can. It just, look at that. It just proves that this dish is good for your heart. There we go. So all we're going to do to finish this off...
Yeah?
I'm not even going to... Okay, let me chunk it up.
Yeah, you can do that.
Just like that. And our dish is done.
Dish is done. I love it. And then you've got some kale chips here as well.
You know
as a snack or like seasoning on the top.
I was thinking you normally miss that crunch when you're busy, when you're like eating healthy. Yeah. It's the crunch that you miss.
We love
kale
the crunch.
chips got that serious crunch and it's so good.
Well, while you're plating, you have to make sure that you are getting the Woolworths app. What are you waiting for? Download it now for this delicious recipe, as well as all these amazing voucher savings. And once you've downloaded it, the winning continues with a fantastic competition in partnership with Woolies. The grand prize is a 500 Rand Woolworths gift voucher to spend as you see fit. So get on your mobile device right now and download the new Woolworths app. Once on the app, you can scroll down to the As Seen on Expresso and Afternoon Express fashion carousel. And by swiping right or left, choose your favorite item from this week's presenter wardrobe. Once chosen, take a screenshot of that item and then post your screenshot as a reply on the competition on our Expresso Show Facebook page. And of course, to get this delicious recipe, all you have to do is SMS chicken to 33728. We'll send you the link to the recipe and your ingredients list and the link to download that app. We're just trying to make it a whole lot easier for you. Thank you so much, Chef Clem.
Thank you.
Start plating, honey. We're hungry.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
We'll see you right back after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Time for us to take a final look at what's happening on social media, and it is hashtag World Teachers Day that we're talking about.
That's right. Well, we're taking a look at some of your comments coming through. Norpilo says, morning fam, teachers are very important as they are attached to a child's life almost every day, and they are the ones who implement sustainable knowledge in a learner's mind. Dice says, teachers are important. To raise another person's child is very difficult nowadays. They sacrifice a lot in their lives in order to build young and old people to become better people in the future. We are today because of teachers. Even a president came from a teacher's hand, so they are important in so many ways, as you can imagine.
Zoe, who was your favorite teacher when you were at school?
I had many. In fact, I think probably, I'm thinking now high school, Mrs. LaRue, Mrs. Phillips, there were a whole host of them that were incredible role models.
For me at high school, it has to be Mrs. Albertine. She was our Afrikaans teacher, and she was more than a teacher, she was like a mom as well. She was your confidant, she was your friend, but she also knew how to lay down the law, y'all. But definitely one of my favorite teachers at school.
Oh,
so you can let us know online who your favorite teacher was. If you have a picture of them, put it up there as well so that we can see, because today we're celebrating World Teachers Day and of course highlighting the important role they play in our lives.
Now, Cape Town, your time has come and it has gone as well. Durban, you are up next to step up to the plate, and this is happening this coming Saturday, the 7th of October at the Gateway Mall. So if you feel that you have what it takes to compete alongside your favorite celeb for R1 million in the new season of Tropica Island of Treasure, Maldives, then listen up, because Zala lead actor Nameups will be there. Sabatni Mpasane, also known as the Fitness Bunny, will be there, and this is what they are looking for in the perfect partner.
The Tropica Island of Treasure Maldives auditions are underway, and Durban, you're up next. Nameups and Sabatni Mpasane will be at Gateway in Umhlanga this Saturday, the 7th of October. But what are they looking for in a teammate?
I'm looking for someone that is fun and confident, and someone that can really swim better than me. Just in case I might need, someone that can really swim very well, someone I can get along with.
I'm looking for a go-getter, someone proactive, someone who's going to want to get the results, because I just want results, and that's what I do anyway as an instructor. So I need someone who's going to see everything in the same light as me, and someone probably different, because I'm very quiet, funny enough. So I will need someone who's going to be doing all the talking. I'll just smile.
Register for the auditions by buying a Tropica and following the instructions on the pack. Then come to Gateway in Umhlanga this Saturday and show us why you should join us in the Maldives. Details on tropica.co.za. Tropica, nothing smoother.
So make sure you get down to Gateway this coming Saturday, the 7th of October. Go out and impress. You can also meet Nameups and Sabatli herself and possibly become their partners. So what you need to do is buy a specially marked Tropica pack, follow the instructions on the side, and then go out and impress. That's this coming Saturday, the 7th of October at Gateway, Tropica Island of Treasure, Season 8, Maldives, ladies.
Very exciting times. Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast show tomorrow, we need to talk new movies opening on the weekend with JP Sebastian.
Ooh, yes. And then, of course, we also have the Fashion Fix in studio and a little bit of DIY. I'll show you how to make your own tote bag.
And then, of course, we want you to go into this weekend with a little bit of a laugh. So we bring you Friday Funnies, proudly brought to you by the Cape Town Comedy Club.
Awesome. What's a tote bag?
A tote bag is like a little bag you put your things in if you go to it's like a lapsak.
A lapsak.
Buy a mooi lapsak.
Right, and so we learn something new every single day. Thank you for joining us on your Thursday morning. We'll be back tomorrow morning, because why? It's a Friday. Yay! Come on, now you leave me hanging. Cheers, guys.
Yay!
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.